It is I, EP Sheepie, Amarantia Petronilla Sheepie, and I am back for even more Danganronpa Blind. Oh boy, my two brain cells are really working very hard at the moment. There's so much to chew on. There's been so much theory crafting, and I had even more ideas um after I got off stream about those bloody tablecloths and the holes in the floor. Um yeah, oh wow. There's been so much to think about, and having you all along for the ride has been so good. It's been so good. Um so yeah, thank you for joining me on this journey. Once again, I am EP Sheepie Amarantia Patronilla Sheepie. Sheep genius possessed of two brain cells. Occasionally they rub together and form the spark of an idea, which is what enables me to play video games and occasionally think about things a bit beyond my field, which is literally a field. It's a field of grass. It's not like a, it's not like a field of expertise or anything like that. But yeah, thank you so much for coming back. You are all good eggs, and it is great to see you. So, I don't want to dither around too much. So just a quick recap for anybody who is coming into this new. We've just had our first kill. It's chapter 1. Byakuya has eaten the shit. He is now deceased. He is an ex-team member. I mean, it was weird him being there in the first place, but I digress, okay? So he is now gone, and we are trying to figure out who is responsible. Why was he targeted? Now, I have some theories about this already, but of course, I could be completely ball-achingly wrong. So it's only right to let the game tell me exactly how wrong I am. So I hope you are all looking forward to this as much as I am today. So if I can just get myself in the correct position and in the right place. Oh, look at that! That's right. I'm here and I'm ready. And I'm good to go. I hope you are all as ready as I am. As always, any problems with audio, if I am too loud, if the stream is too quiet, if you cannot hear music when you should be able to hear music, for those of you who know the game and know that there should be music, please do whatever you can to draw my attention. Use silly sound bites, use silly emotes, scream, shout, wave, jump up and down. Just don't do anything that will get you banned from Twitch. I really want to correct any problems with stream audio. So, with that said, when I left off yesterday, I'd sat myself right here looking forward to speaking to our most orally capable member of the family, shall we say, Monomi. Monomi had mentioned at one point that she listens all the time to what's being said and what's going on. So, as well as our fantastic musician, Ibesti, picking up on everything that everyone said, we also have Monomi picking up on everything that everyone said. At least, hopefully. So, let's see what she's got to say. Too cruel. This is just too cruel. Oh, yeah. I might as well ask her about the old building's windows. Yes, just for those who may or may not remember, the inside of the building in which Byakuya was murdered has all of its windows completely boarded up with iron. So, why? Why would that be? What are they hiding from the outside? Or what are they trying to keep inside? Hey, do you have a sec? I want to ask you something. I don't wanna help you guys always mistrust your friends. Oh, she's such a sweetie, isn't she? Isn't she? She means so well. But I don't want you to help me mistrust my friends. I want you to help me solve a murder. What the hell? It's not like we're doing this because we want to. No, now's not the time to fight about stuff like that. More importantly, do you know why the old building's windows are covered by iron plates? Iron plates.
Oh. I covered them up, so nobody makes the mistake of going inside, since it's dangerous because of the renovation.
Yes, that's right. The place was being renovated. Not long before we went inside. And it was completely off limits. So us being able to go inside is, it's quite new, it's quite novel. So... I see, the renovation. So that's why you covered them up.
Because it's dangerous to go inside. Danger isn't supposed to exist on this island.
She says that, but... When we first started the game, she was gushing about how this place is meant to be full of love and romance and heart-throbbing excitement or whatever, right? But just having a bunch of kids unattended, even teenagers who might have a bit more, like, gumption, and more so, the ultimate teenagers, who should be exceptional in everything they do, and so maybe far more mature than the average teenager. Just generally speaking, I think having a bunch of teenagers alone on an island is dangerous. It's just dangerous by itself.
What do you do? This isn't supposed to be. But why did it get like this? It's cruel. Too cruel.
I feel for her. I really do. But, I mean, also kinda not. Also kinda not. Self-inflicted much, you know? Just because it's cruel doesn't mean you can keep crying like that. Crying won't solve anything. Crying won't solve anything. We have to do this no matter what, damn it. Well, she wasn't as helpful as I hoped she would be. I was very much expecting a bit more from Nami. So we know that she covered up the windows just because of the renovation, or so she says. Let's see what's in the hotel lobby. Maybe there's something more hiding in here. Hopefully there's a Monokuma in here somewhere, because I'm still missing one. So let's go upstairs. Let's go upstairs. Okay. No one around. It's clearly nighttime outside. If you see Monokuma and I don't, do tell me. Also, what is this island? 7th island. I guess that's just, you know, the islands are numbered, but that almost feels a bit significant. You know, it reminds me of like 7th Heaven. So it does seem like there isn't anything happening in here. So let's get out of here. It's always worth a check, right? It's always worth a check. This is the kind of game where stuff is hiding around every corner, and I feel like I need to be pixel hunting. So I'm pretty sure I checked all of the rooftops and stuff, but just one quick last check, because I really don't want to miss. I don't want to miss anyone. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Pet needs help. Pet needs help. That's not good. Oh no, that's not good. Oh, wait. Wait, it's gonna turn into something else. Oh my god, I didn't kill it. I actually let it live long enough that it's turning into something else. Oh. This is the best day of my life. Bleaties, I'm gonna be a mama. I'm gonna be a mama. Which is all kinds of funny. I've never really been massively maternal. You know? I've never been massively maternal. I've always liked the idea of being able to give the wee lambs back to the lamb mamas, right? There's something nice about not having to about not having to worry about your kid and if it's constantly happy, or if it's sad, why is it sad? Yeah, I don't think there's anything out here. No disrespect to people who are super into having kids. You do you. You do you. But I like being able to give people's lammies back. Yes, yes. So, we're back in the old building. Oh! Is that Gundam? What the hell was that loud voice just now? I swear that was Gundam. It sounded a lot like him. Did he get his earring back? Oh? Hello? I keep pressing escape instead of F1. What is it? Are you okay? Ooh! Oh, she's turned into a little snake! Puppy snake! Oh, I love! I wonder if what it turns into is determined by, like, your hope and your despair meters. This might be the worst possible thing I can do, but snakes eat frogs, don't they? Right? What if? What if? Would you like this? Oh! Oh, she likes it! Oh! Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad! Oh, and it's removed a despair skull. Okay, right. That's it. Secondary mission, Bleaties. We've got to make this pet the happiest fucking pet in the universe. Let's go! Let's go! Can we get into the toilet yet? Oh, what? Hajime, you absolute wet blanket. I don't want you to go into the toilet because you need a shit. I want you to go in there because I want to find clues. Okay, bathroom off limits. We have to investigate the loud laugh first, I guess. Okay, Johnny Big Bollocks, what have you got to say?
I feel so lighthearted right now. I, Nekomaru Nidai, have been reborn. I have no intention of losing anymore.
I mean, I guess that means he's flushed out the system. He's back to himself. Losing to who?
I won't lose to anyone, not even my past self.
That sounds cool and all, but what are you even talking about? Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I don't know who was behind it, but someone tried to make a shitty bastard out of me.
So, it was. Okay. Okay. This means, Bleaties, we weren't a million miles away. We weren't a million miles off track. His food was tampered with. He's saying that someone set him up.
Some scoundrel was occupying the bathroom before the party was about to start.
Now that you mention it, you said something like that shortly before the party started. He did. He did. I'm not convinced that there actually was someone in there, by the way. I'm not convinced there was someone in there using the bathroom, but I do think there might be another way into the bathroom from which to lock it. Do you think? Don't you think?
However, if you think I'd be angered by something like that, you've all underestimated my nerve and patience.
After all, he is the ultimate team manager, so he must have the patience of a literal saint.
Do all and achieve with all one's presence of mind. That is the goal of a true leader. And in other words, a leader must never falter in any situation, but always have presence of one's mind.
I mean, yeah, basically what he's saying is like, always keep your cool. Always keep your cool. Don't let people rattle you. I think that's sound advice in all walks of life. All walks of life, not just when someone has locked you out of the toilet. He says that, but I'm pretty sure he was shaken up by that whole ordeal. Best not go into it. Anyway, so you're saying the bathroom door was shut from before the party started to after the blackout?
And the bathroom was finally occupied after Byakuya's body was found.
Okay, so again, tying into my theory that the bathroom was used as a distraction.
That's about how long that lasted.
What he says sounds stupid and irrelevant, but I should remember it just in case. Because, please. It's not gonna be stupid or irrelevant. Something major is gonna hinge on this. I am so sure. His account has been added to the book. I don't know if Ibuki or our princess here will have anything new to say. No, they don't. Okay, so we'll skip through this. So they're just repeating everything we already know. The order that things happened. Who spoke when. Yes. So we've done this before. I love her, but please, I actually, do you know what? That's a lie. I'd let her bite me. I wouldn't be mad. Right, so I want to investigate this room again, but I have a feeling that Sasito is gonna step on my toes again and tell me to just hurry on out. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, still can't do. So let's do a quick double check of everything. All building storage room. Ah, excellent. Nagito is now not here. So, we know that there's a tablecloth with blood on it. There are tablecloths here without any blood on them. There are 3 irons, for some reason, all turned on and all plugged in. Well, they were plugged in. Again, I think it might be to overload the circuit. Is there anything else I can look at? Now Nagito is not telling me to, like, hurry up. There is not. Not right now, at least. Okay. Okay, bit disappointed. Wanted to rifle through the stuff that sussy boy was telling me I couldn't rifle through. Just for argument's sake, I'm gonna double check nothing has changed in this set either. Teru will have exactly the same things to say. Still can't interact with anything new. Okay. In that case, we're going back into the main hall. We're gonna go back into the main hall and we're gonna see what everyone has to say. In theory now, we've got our markings on the floor and we know where everybody was positioned at the time. Well, not at the time of the murder per se, but just moments before the murder, when Mahiru was taking photos. So, Mahiru, have you been busy? So when we asked her, damn girl, she's like a coin flip. So when we asked her about this before, she was like, what the hell do you mean? You haven't given me a second to even start yet. And now she's like, where the hell have you been? I've been finished for ages. Hey, you're here. Where the hell did you wander off to? I wasn't wondering. I was investigating as much as I could. I see. Well, if you weren't slacking off, then I guess it's fine. So, did you find anything? Oh, yeah, sorta. You don't sound too sure. Well, just take a look at this. Okay, so this is one of the photos. Mahiro, if we remember correctly, she took 2 photos, and from that, we were gonna roughly figure out where everybody was. Where everyone was sat. Well, maybe not sat, stood, excuse me. So, just as you told me, using the 2 photos I took before the blackout, I tried to pinpoint where everyone was standing. When I did, this diagram was the result. So, Fuyuhiko was in his room, Chiaki was outside, Peko should have been in the office, but she says that she went out because she had a bad stomach. This all seems about correct, so... Teru apparently in the kitchen, storage room. Yeah, so... Damn, I wish I had a mouse pointer. So we see the storage room is directly linked to that lamp. And that lamp is hooked up to the power source. Probably the exact same one that the 3 irons were hooked up to, so it's gonna overload. The AC in both the office and the main room were set to 11:30. To turn on at 11:30. Meaning that with the light on and those 3 irons, then the 2 AC units both at the same time, it would have tripped the switch. For sure. Right? So, all we know so far, I'm pretty confident that that's how the lights went out. So, this is everyone's standing position before the blackout. Everyone's pretty much in the dining hall. I made this diagram from analyzing those photos, so I'm pretty sure it's accurate. Just as I thought. Byakuya was standing a far distance from that table. It's impossible. There's no way he'd be able to move that far during the blackout. There absolutely is. There absolutely is. If he opened the Duralumin case and pulled out those night goggles and could have approximately seen where he was going, he definitely could have. What I find more interesting is we heard Hiyoko shout, "Ah! Someone stepped on my foot." Hiyoko is the absolute opposite end of the room from Byakuya, so whoever stepped on her foot must have been involved in the murder. The person closest, apart from Gundam, who I don't think it would be because his earring fell out, potentially is Teru. Teru is definitely suspicious. What's this line extending from the table where Byakuya was killed? It's the desk lamp. I drew the power cord for it just in case. The power cord for the desk lamp? That cord is extending from the table where Byakuya was killed. That means... So, did you find something? It's not clear to me yet, but... I guess you're right. I didn't really understand it myself when I was drawing it. I have a feeling it's either a potential clue or just a waste of labor. No, it wasn't a waste. It definitely wasn't a waste. It definitely wasn't a waste. This has been so insanely helpful. And more importantly than that, Thank you, thank you, thank you! Thank you, my hero, for doing this for us. You should always thank your help. Always thank the people who help you out. Hmm? It's not clear to me yet, but there's no mistake that a clue is hidden there. An extremely important clue. Yes, I agree. So, Chiaki, what do you have for me? Just as I thought. It seems there's no way to get under the floor from inside the Soul building. Maybe. So, it's just as Nagito said. If that's the case, I guess I should give up on finding Gundam Searing. I don't think so. I don't think that that's actually... I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case at all. I think there is a way, but it's just being disregarded. Yes. So, Mikan has very kindly been undertaking an autopsy. As the ultimate nurse, she has the necessary knowledge. So, hopefully, we're gonna find out something very useful. Did you find anything out? I tried, within reason, to perform an autopsy on Byakuyu's body. And I discovered there were several puncture wounds around Byakuyu's chest and abdominal region. Deep wounds, deep enough to reach his lungs and internal organs. It could be assumed that a very thin, sharp object around 5 millimeters in diameter was used to stab him over and over again, which is what I... Oh, Mikan. Mikan, you're too good for us. You're such an angel. You're such an angel. You're too good for people like us. What did we do to deserve her? Oh dear. Oh, excuse me. I've got to cough a second. Ow. Oh, excuse me, Bleaty. Sorry about that. I had a frog in my throat. Oh. Probably all that crying. Probably all that crying. He's got to me. Mikan's emotion. Mikan's emotion. It's tearing me apart. Mikan, no. Hey, you're okay. And the award for stupidest question of the year goes to Hajime Hinata. Ultimate idiot. I'm sorry. Talking about it makes me sad. No need to push yourself. I mostly got the gist of what you wanted to say. I mean, she told us enough, really. Still, around 5 millimeters in diameter. Isn't that pretty thin? That's as thin as an ice pick or an awl. Does anybody actually use the word awl? Or owl? I've never used that word. I've never used that word. So this raises a very, very important question. How thin is the blade on that knife? Do I not get to check? I don't get to check? Oh man. Bing bong, bing bong! Investigation time is up! Woo! It's time for a class trial. Time for a class trial! I've been looking forward to this the entire time. I'm not gonna lie though. I'm not gonna lie to you, Bleaties. My favorite bit is the investigating bit because I get to flex my brain muscle. All 2 of them. And I really enjoy that. when it gets to this bit and the truth bullets, I fear you might find that I'm not nearly as intelligent as I profess to be. Now then, I shall tell you all the meeting place. Oh. We're going back to Jabberwock Island. We're going back to Jabberwock Island. There's a mountain with my adorable face carved in it. Yeah! Yeah, I saw that when like running past, like the other day, remember? Monokuma Mountain? That, wow. Now I know what it's for. Yeah, Monokuma Rock. Well, I guess it's time to go to Monokuma Rock. Once you're there, please proceed to the underground by taking the elevator and the secret entrance. I love his laugh. See you soon. Well, Jabberwock Island. Back we go. Also, does anyone else not find it slightly ominous that it's called Jabberwock, right? Because probably not news to anybody, but the Jabberwock or the Jabberwocky is a fantastical creation from Alice in the Looking Glass. And is this monstrous creature that apparently has like a Union Jack flag tongue and many legs and arms and frightening teeth. I know that it's been co-opted a lot to be just turned into general beast. But I do wonder if the fact that the island is called Jabberwock has some reference to that. And it's just kind of adding to my suspicions that this isn't a real place, you know? That this isn't actually a real place. Because Alice in the Looking Glass was not a real place either. Right, Jabberwock Island. Ooh. Why? What's up, Tigger? Nice night for it. Sorry, Jabberwock Park, what am I saying? This is the correct island. So he told us to go to a place called Monokuma Rock. Yes, which we passed before. I have a feeling there will be a rocky, mountainish place over there. I mean, I don't know what gave you that impression. Was it the fact that the word rock was in the name, or... It's an onyx! Hajime really is a font of insight. And I find him to be absolutely delightful. Hey, Zapdos. Sometimes I do actually just want to kick his tits in. Here we are. So this used to be just the beach. And now it's a monument to self-adoration. Hey, Depopon, good to see you. Don't worry about the time zone thing. It's lovely to see you at all. And thank you for keeping up on YouTube. Much appreciated. I hope you're having a lovely day. So here we are, back at Monokuma Rock. I saw this briefly in my previous playthrough and we weren't allowed to stop and investigate. Yeah, this is a huge monument to narcissism right here. Huh? What the heck is that mountain? When did that get there? I mean, it got there a while ago because we went past it. So, that's not a surprise. Never mind that. How did they even make a mountain shaped like Monokuma? Explosives, or we're in the Matrix and it was just a matter of inserting some assets, but we're going to find out. Oh wow! Hey, good luck on your job interview, Depopon. Thank you so much. But yeah, seriously, good luck. Here, have some good egg energy. Good egg energy for your job interview. Wishing you all the luck. So let's see. That story might be true after all. there might be an enormous organization involved in all this. Well, there was an enormous organization involved in the previous game. Fronted by one lunatic. You mean what Byakuya said before, right?
確かに
Aw, thank you, Dapopon! Very much appreciated. Seriously, what a good egg. Let's see. Byakuya, we still needed his knowledge.
I still can't believe he's dead.
Poor Ibuki! Ibuki, no! Ibuki, no! Guys, we've killed her. We were the demons all along.
No, what happened to Gundam and Fuyuhiko?
I know, right? I love that reaction face. It's such an emotion. But I kind of feel like because Ibuki has such a phenomenal range of expressions and reactions, she's gonna bite the dust fairly early on. I hate to say it. I love her to bits. I really do. I don't want her to die. But she definitely has death flag energy. I love her so much though. It's like I keep saying, I'm afraid to have favorites because it's kind of like signing their death warrant, right? I'm so scared of having favorites.
Now that you mention it, it appears they aren't here yet.
Oh, I know. They probably ran away. I don't think they did, you psychopathic bitch.
Oh, hell no. There's no way I'd let them escape, you know. Look, I dragged this one back over here.
I'm telling you, let me go.
Hey now, if you keep acting violent, I might just eat you up.
Hey, Fuyuhiko, what were you doing all this time?
Huh?
Oh, I'm glad it's not just me, Dapopon. I'm glad it's not just me. Easy mistake to make, right? Too much investment. Too much investment. And it always ends up with a face like mine right now. Oh, but I loved them so. Oh, but I loved them so. And now you're gone. Truly the biggest sadness. Nothing. I wasn't doing anything. I was just chilling in my room when suddenly I heard that fat bastard got killed. Who the fuck cares about that anyway? You... How can you say something so irresponsible? We've been doing our best to investigate this murder, even though we don't want to, just to survive. My hero, that's enough. You too, Fuyuhiko. Man, everything about fucking Nagito is so half-assed. Half-assed everything. Half an emotion, half a reaction, half a personality. I don't like him. I don't like him. He's definitely a bad egg. And to be honest with you, as much as I will feel terrible if it turns out he's not a bad egg and he dies, I'm still gonna stick to my guns and be like, I'm glad he's dead, because he was definitely bad to someone at some point in some timeline, honest. I am gonna cope so fucking hard. Dumbass. And I guess we're waiting for Gundam. I'm right here. Remember this well. A main character arrives when he intends to. Oh, he's got his hearing back! He's got his hearing back. Mothers Against Nagito, also known as Man. Oh my god! Oh my god, I love that. That's awesome. Hey, can I join Man, please? I wanna be a man. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. I admit it. I admit it. I'm a man, guys. I'm a mother against Nagito. I don't officially, I don't have any, like, real lammy lambs, but now that I am the proud mother of a snack Tamagotchi, definitely, definitely qualifying myself there for that one. Hey, I don't care if that's a stolen joke or not. It's absolutely amazing. Consider me on board. I support this man movement. I support it.
Remember this well. A main character arrives when he intends to.
And apparently he's found his earring.
Well, it seems you noticed it too.
I'm not gonna do his laugh. He does his laugh just fine without me. That doesn't need a voice. If I did, then I'm right. I still feel like it is entirely possible. I like Gundam. I'm guessing either he's guilty, because I think his hamsters, we haven't seen them for a long time now. His hamsters absolutely, definitely could get between the slats and get underneath the building. But the fact that he was so openly looking for his earring, like he wasn't hiding the fact, and now he's got it back. I don't know. I think that's a bit of a red herring right there myself.
Alright, now everyone's all together. Let's take the secret entrance to the trophy.
No, Monomi! Please, Monomi, I'm begging you to hide. This always ends badly for you. Please, Monomi. Please, Monomi, no.
Please, wait a second.
My mom, Monomi. Just what are you doing here? Nobody asked for you. You actually want to join in? You want to taste how powerless you are at the class trial? You're an even bigger masochist than I thought.
You know, I do think Monomi might be a bit of a masochist, but also, how much is Monokuma loving that? Look at the cute little blush. The cute little blush. And like, also yes, I am absolute gutter trash. I am completely and absolutely a member of the Monokuma fan club. Absolutely. I hate him, but I love him.
Oh well, I'm a big brother who dotes on his little sister. You should allow your special participation.
Uh-oh. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do to her? He's gonna do something bad, isn't he? Every time he okays her being a part of something, it usually ends up in her getting absolutely trounced. Oh god, this dude. I don't have good vibes for Teru. I mean, already he's kind of trash. He's kind of trash, right? Oh, no way! He has kids? Oh my god, help us all. Monokuma has kids. I mean, everything about Monokuma is, like, bad already, but yikes. But yeah, Teru, really quite suspicious. There's a lot of things according to the layout, based on those photos, according to the weapons used, according to the timings. The fact that he could quite easily have gotten in and out of the rooms unnoticed. But then also Nagito is sus as shit. Because he was constantly in what I like to think of as the wrong place at the wrong time. He's right next to a source of electricity, and where the deceased was found in the photos, he was in the cleaning closet, where all of the bed sheets and tablecloths and stuff are kept, which is where we found bloody stuff. I don't know, there's a lot of things. I mean, Nagito is very, very, very suspicious anyway. But I don't think the game is going to want to write him out just yet, because that suspicion serves to drive, you know, to drive the cogs of intrigue, you know? And I am someone who loves a bit of intrigue. This wouldn't be a very good mystery game if it was no mystery at all, right? So, I'm kind of thinking that it's Teru Teru Gundam. I'm kind of hoping Gundam makes it a bit further away, further through the game, just because he's kind of good comedy relief. So yeah. I absolutely am going to be playing V3. Absolutely. Once I'm done with this. I want to play all of the games, all of the canon games. So, I also have Rain Code, all ready to go as well. So there's, it's all there. It's all there and waiting to happen. I just have to actually shut my damn mouth and play the damn game. Which, as you can see, is quite a trial for me, because I like to stop and yap constantly.
I don't see any doors or vehicles.
He mentioned something about a secret entrance. Was it? A secret entrance. Huh. A secret entrance. Where could that possibly be? I mean, do we wanna talk to the team first? Cause yeah, that's about what I expected. Yeah. Well, I'm so glad. I mean, Monokuma did joke earlier about being able to stretch himself really, really long. And I guess this kind of proves that he's capable of it, in a manner of speaking. Good to know, Depompon. Good to know. It's great for streaming. Wow. I just really enjoy these kinds of games. Like, I love point and click. I love kind of mystery and solving puzzles. Oh my god, it's not just a set of stairs, it's a fucking escalator. My man has absolutely tricked out his mountain. He has tricked out his mountain. Do you see this? I was expecting a cave. Oh man, I just got treated. So well. Oh, thank you, Daddy Monokuma, for saving my legs. I mean, you can see my legs, right? Look at them. They're like little stumps, you know?
They're very small. Just like the rest of me. Meh.
Something came out. Could it be? Is he telling us to enter it? Such a suspicious aura. Even Crimson Steel Elephant Magazine is trembling with fear. Man, I need to know which hamster has which name assigned to it. Look at them, they've all fainted. In despair, these poor hamsters. What did they do to deserve this? Oh man. Oh, I'm so glad you love visual novels too. Half shooter. Yeah, I think that's kind of what makes these games good, is that extra degree of like interactivity with the cases, with the bullets and stuff. And it just adds such a style. It's so disgustingly, amazingly stylish. It drips, it oozes flavor. Absolutely love that. Ooh, that's totally suspicious. Oh, forgive me. Seriously, just forgive me already. Poor fucking Soda. He's literally like, which of the gods did I offend? Just give me every possible pantheon, and I will apologize, but make this stop, please. Why don't we just stop here? I mean, none of this is real anyway. Like, not even remotely. You know, I think actually there's something to that. Not even remotely real. Does he know more than he's letting on? Does he know more than he's letting on? No. Because I really feel like we're in the Matrix. There is too much that's wrong. There is too much that's wrong with this entire setup, right?
There's no way. There's just no way we'll find the killer.
You hope they don't. Complaining won't get us anywhere. If you're really a man, then man up for God's sake. Okay, just gonna throw this out there. What an attack. What an attack. Damn. We've come this far, we have no choice but to keep moving forward. Well, my hero started out being angry, but she's busy going through the 5 stages of denial, right? The 5 stages of grief or whatever. We started out with anger, and now we're in sadness. You're right. There's nowhere for us to run. We need to do it.
Oh, if that's everyone's decision, I'll just follow you guys.
Chiaki, as the ultimate gamer, I need her to stay alive. I need her to stay alive. Because, she's gonna see us through. I got good vibes about her.
If this were a video game, it'd have a very high difficulty level. Let's do our best to clear the game.
I feel like, even if she doesn't know, that's such a loaded statement. That's such a loaded statement. That's right, negotiation is next. Watch this space step up on. Watch this space. It'll be this. This isn't really real, is it? Or is it? Do we have to? Do we really have to do this? Is this necessary? Meanwhile, Monomi's just like wondering how she's gonna get her ass kicked next. Baby girl, please. My buddy. My little buddy. Shaking with fear and nervousness, I hesitantly lifted my feet and stepped onto the escalator. I won't think anymore. Bad move. Bad move, Hajime. You have to think. And you definitely can't run away. Wow, this guy. No pussing out now, not at this point. We're right at the threshold. If I think, I'll run away. All I could do was stare upward intensely as the escalator carried me. And when each of us entered Monokuma Rock... Munch. Delicious. Oh man, it's the lift. It's the lift. Wow, this scene is... Wow, this is bringing back memories. Memory unlocked. Memory unlocked. I wonder if the layout has any overlap, right, with the original game, and the people standing in those same positions are the ones who are going to survive again. What do you think? Is that too meta? Is that too meta-gamey? What do you think? I love them. I love them all. I don't want them to die. Actually, that's a lie. I don't love them all. Fuck Taru. He can get in the sea. But all of the others are cool.
I see. This entire rock is an elevator.
Once again, Monokuma is doing what he pleases.
しかし
However, if he's gone this far and made something like this, I don't think he's playing around. Even so, we're going pretty deep. You're right. I heard an unnerving chattering sound inside my head. I soon realized it was the sound of my teeth. Oh no! Oh no, our own nerves are catching up to us. Someone get that boy a mug of hot chocolate right now. Please. All I could do was purse my lips tightly so everyone else couldn't hear it. I imagine everyone else is in the same situation right now too. Yeah, it does feel like there's a lot of similar imagery. Is this like, is it justification for the constant use of amnesia? Because, oh my god, not gonna lie, I had the best laugh. When, Monokuma was doing a bit earlier on in the game, and he's like, what kind of hack just uses amnesia as a writing tool? Who does that? What an absolute cop-out. It's like, this is some of the most self-aware writing I have ever seen. Thanks Spike Chunsoft for this, for even more amnesia. I appreciate the self-aware meta jokes. Oh. The time has come. Some time passed before the elevator finally finished ascending, and then the door slowly opened. Whoa!
Yosh! Welcome.
Wow, this is very familiar, isn't it? This is very familiar.
This is the class trial field. How do you like it? It's a special place that will decide your fate.
What the hell is he thinking? Locking us in a shitty looking place like this. Are you fucking crazy? Don't mess with me, arsehole.
Complain all you like.
I'm used to it by now.
Oh, come on, you're wasting your time and energy.
You hurry up and take your seats where your names are written. It looks like everyone knows. Even if we try to resist, it won't change a thing. Also, Monokuma's like got bare cash. Do you see that giant ass iPad on the wall up there? I wonder what apps he's got. Do you think he's got like certain games installed? You know? If you had to guess, what do you think? What do you think he would have installed on his tablet? If you could put yourself inside Monokuma's head. If I had to guess, I reckon he's the sort of dude that would play Euphoria. Right? And before you ask, someone's gonna think it. I know what you're thinking. No, I haven't played Euphoria, but I know its reputation extremely well. And if not Euphoria, absolutely maggot baits. I refer you to my previous statement. If you don't know what either of those games are, I would highly recommend you do not Google it, especially if you are squeamish. He has Among Us installed! You know what, Depompon? You are absolutely probably right about that. He probably does play Among Us. I can completely imagine that. Except he has a mod, so everybody... everybody is the imposter. Everyone is the Amogus. Nobody is innocent. Just as Monokuma ordered, we walked towards the seats we'd been assigned. From this point on, we need to find out who killed Byakuya. Who did it? Who done it? I want to know. I've got to know. The ultimate affluent protagonist to Yakuya Togami. He was overly critical, arrogant, and condescending. But he also had a strong sense of responsibility. As we were panicking, he accepted his role as leader and tried his very best to keep us together. I'll be honest with you, Bleedies, I think there's more to it than that. I don't think that it's even slightly, like, an accident or a coincidence that he is here. And I don't think it's an accident or a coincidence that he died first. I think there's something in this. I look forward to finding out what later on. A guy like him got murdered. Oh! Oh! Cool CG! Oh, dude. Oh, I love this. Oh, I love this. The person who did it is one of us. Oh, wow. Is this gonna continue? Is this gonna continue? Like, every time someone dies, their frame is gonna pop up but be turned red? I hope so. That's really cool. That's super, super cool. I can't believe it. There's no way I can believe it. But if it's really true, we need to find out by any means possible. Because that's our only option. There is no way for us to survive unless we sacrifice the killer. Oh, hands down, De Pompon, the art in this is absolutely stellar. You cannot, even if you've never played a Danganronpa, not a single one, if you've never watched the anime, right, you've had no real exposure to the media, this art style is well known and recognizable enough that if you just saw it around and you've had any kind of contact with Japanese video game or multimedia, like in general, cross-media, you will almost certainly know that it's Danganronpa. It's so recognizable. Well, it's time for us to do a justice, apparently. This life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, has begun. Oh! 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 Save point! Save point! Ah! Oh my god, time to see what skills do I have. I know that I have acquired some. Open the handbook. Let me see. What do we got here? What truth bullets have I got? So, little reminder for everyone. This is a collection of the clues that have been found to this point. So we have the Monokuma file number 1, which provides information about the cause of death. We have the knife covered in paint and blood. I wanted to inspect the knife following information about the knife's thickness, but unfortunately was not given the opportunity to do so. Oh, you have to max out the person. Ah. That would explain. That would explain. Yeah, I really missed a trick there. I had basically convinced myself, I'd figured out that Byakuya was gonna go down first. Because his personality was just way too strong. However, when it came to social time, I did a dumb and did not opt to speak with him. I did not opt to speak with him. Please excuse me while I cough. Oh, pardon me, bleaties. That frog in my throat is really coming for me today. It is really coming for me. So, getting back to the game. Yeah, I really should have just bitten the bullet and spoken to Byakuya first in my social time, because I should have realized it would be the only chance I had. So I missed out on that, and it probably would have been pretty beneficial, to be honest. But also, I got too caught up in wanting to talk to everyone the same way that you do in Persona, you know, where you just want to get to know everybody as quickly as possible. That's another franchise that I'm an absolute trash addict for. Final Fantasy, Persona, anything. anything that you can end up spunking tons of money on. It's sad but true. Oh, you absolutely missed the misplay of the century where I managed to dunk 17 coins in one go, forgetting that it only increases your odds of a single pull rather than entitling you to 17 individual pulls. So to everybody who knows the gacha in this game really well, I am deeply sorry.
And frankly, I'm never gonna recover from the embarrassment.
No one's clipped it yet, so I'm living my best life. Ah, man, Persona's good. I absolutely fucking love Persona. Sorry, I had to have a quick sip of water there because my throat is very dry. I'm not a professional voice actor by any means, and I do this for the bats. But it does mean that my throat gets quite hoarse. So we have the blood stain, gaps in the floorboard, that an earring fell down. A person could not get down there, but a hamster definitely could. A hamster definitely could. Just throwing that out there. The AC timers that are both set to 11:30 PM. The night vision goggles that Byakuya had been keeping in his emergency supplies box, so he must have considered that this was a possibility. The embarrassing pose that was clearly intended to distract us from the fact that something was going on. Like behind us with the body. The Duralumin case that everything was locked in. Ibuki remembering who said what and when. The irons in the storage room that were all plugged into the walls. The tablecloth with blood on it. Teru claiming that the gas stove is powered by electricity and that's why he couldn't turn it on to see. Which is low-key bullshit, because as a gas owner, I can tell you that only the trigger is requiring electric, and if you have a box of matches or even 2 stones that create a spark, you could definitely light the gas fire, which I have done myself. So I know that's absolute horseshit. Yeah, the ecchi pose gets a lot of use. I feel very bad for her. I feel very bad for our nurse. She's such a good girl, and she's gonna get absolutely rinsed for sure with constant, like, pose gaffes. The party dishes, that were fine for everyone except the 2 most potentially lethal people, who somehow both ended up with bad stomachs. The fire door, which were mysteriously open. Now, for me, I expect fire doors to be closed at all times, so I misunderstood this when I first saw it. So the fire doors are open. Kitchen equipment list, of which there was something missing, but I'm trying to remember how to, yeah, get to it. So, there's also an iron plate for the barbecue, and a portable stove for cooking hot pots. So, that's another thing, by the way. There's a portable stove. Portable stoves don't need electricity anyway. That's right, there was a skewer missing. Which definitely could have been used. Let's return to the equipment list. Pardon me. Chiaki's account. So Chiaki briefly saw Fuyuhiko because he was getting major FOMO and feeling left out. Our poor little Yakuza prince was feeling left out and he wanted to come and join in. Isn't that precious? He tries to act so tough. But really he just wants to be like one of the normies too. You know, he wants to be one of the gang. I feel him. I think that's kind of wholesome. And then the murder letter. Be careful. Someone will be killed, definitely. This feels like a plant. This really feels like it's been put there just to cause some misdirection. I don't believe for a second that this is, like, intended to do anything other than make people second guess themselves. Kazu's account, he claims that Peko wasn't in the office. And Mikan claims that the wounds were caused by something thin. So, in other words, it couldn't have been that knife. It couldn't have been the knife, because that knife is definitely wider than 5 millimeters. 5 millimeters, about half a centimeter. For those who don't really do small sizings, just imagine, it's very small.
It's very small, just like me.
It's very small, just like me. But please don't use me to stab people. I'd be very grateful if I was not ever used as a murder weapon. Please and thank you. This has been a Sheepie PSA. So, that brings us down to Nakamari's account. The bathroom was locked the whole time and he really needed to shit, which is something that he couldn't help but keep repeating. And he was not able to get into the bathroom until after the body was discovered, meaning that the room was in use during the murder and was almost certainly involved. So, we know what evidence we have, and before we crack on, I'm just gonna make sure that my little snack is comfortable. Oh, isn't she cute? Look at them! Look at them! They love it! Yeah, either someone was in the bathroom, or, and I'm playing with this idea, someone got into the bathroom, to use it as, like, maybe, to go from one place to another unseen, but then lock the door from the inside, right? I feel like that's a possibility. It was used as a, like, from place to place stopover. So, the difficulty that I'm on is, like, normal, which they have called kind, which makes me feel like a massive fucking PU55Y. Because as much as I enjoy the challenge of deduction, do you know what I don't enjoy? I don't enjoy tearing my fluff out. Because I'm really, really bad at bullet timing. So, I don't want it to be a game over straight away because I make a single misplay. So I'm going for normal here. Please don't hate me. Please don't hate me. Now, I can't set my skills as far as I understand it because I don't have any. At least not yet. Watch this space. So, it's time! It's time for the trial! Let's go! Rolling up my woolly sleeves. Time to fight. No! No! Why is she hanging from a rope? Ah! Put her down! Oh my god, Monokuma, stop! No! Monomi, please! Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. Now, we're gonna vote for Whodunnit, Wheaties. We're gonna vote for Whodunnit, and I have my suspicions. So this is just a very quick reminder. I expect most of you know the rules by now. You've probably played the games yourselves, or you've seen the anime, or probably at the very least, you've heard something online. Probably more than I have in any case. So at this point, I'm just gonna kind of blast through this. Like Monokuma says, we present our arguments, we use our bullets to kind of contradict or prove that something that someone has said is wrong, and argue with them on it to push things along. And then at the end, we choose who is guilty. And if we are wrong, I die.
Me! I die!
Incidentally, I don't want to die.
I'm not ready to become a lamb chop yet. Please don't turn me into lamb chops.
So, with that in mind, if I'm doing something obviously dumb, as much as I don't want spoilers, if I'm about to make a seriously stupid mistake, backseating is okay. I am formally okaying a degree of backseating. If I'm about to make an obviously wrong choice, you are welcome to scream at me and tell me that both of my 2 brain cells are completely smooth and I'm making the wrong choice. So everyone is gonna get punished. Oh.
So I'll punish everyone besides the Black End, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. Such a cruel rule. Before we begin, I'd like to confirm one thing. Is there really a killer among us?
Wow, I like that. I do just feel like that was a stupid question. I feel like that was a stupid question from Nagito. Considering that Nagito's whole stick was, I'm gonna prove that there isn't one, and he's just straight up asked, is there one? And the answer is yes. I mean, I don't fucking know. What do you think? What do you think, Nagito? Why do you think we're here? There's somebody dead on the floor and... You don't think? Because yeah, I'd say the answer is most definitely yes without needing to confirm with the fucking stuffed bear. Is it just me, but Nagito really fucks me off. Like, pushes so many of my buttons. I don't know if that's intended character design, by the way. I don't know if that's just me. Oh, excellent. Well, I'm glad to hear that it's not just me. Because yeah, in that case, fucking amazing writing. Congratulations. Congratulations, Chunsoft. You have done it. You have officially made the most dick-rippingly irritating dude known to man in this game. Thank you. You've done it.
Such a bad state of affairs, isn't it?
Yeah, same to Pompon. I'm massively sus of him. Massively. Straight away from the minute we met, it was so like, there's something wrong. There's something wrong. Nagito is immediately suspicious. And maybe that whole thing's like a massive red herring, who knows. But for now, I don't trust him as far as I can spit. And considering that I'm like half a foot tall and made of clouds, that's not very far.
By the way, this class trial is going to be 100% fair, so there's no need to worry. I'm the type who hates favoritism and prejudice. Not as much as I hate Monomi, of course.
He says that with such a cute little blushy face.
You hate me that much?
Poor Monomi. Monomi, please. Monomi, no! Monomi deserves better than this. I just want to take her home.
Hajimemashou!
Let's fucking go! You're telling us to begin. What are we supposed to do? Oh man. Akane Owari. That's such an amazing name. Her name is the end of autumn, basically. Maybe there are other word puns that I'm missing out on that because my Japanese isn't particularly great, but I just love that that's her name because it sounds so poetic to me. I really love that name. No complaining. Let's just settle this with our fists. Were you even listening to the rules? Bless Fuyuhiko. He really is a big softie, isn't he? Isn't he? He's just... The hair and the speech, it just doesn't line up with his cute features and his sexy ass voice whatsoever. It doesn't. The cheeks kill me every single time.
We have the same cheeks. You see? So he must be a good egg. He must be a good egg because we have the same cheeks.
Fuyuhiko, confirmed for good egg. Has good egg cheek. Yes, yes. Didn't that Byakuya bastard get killed in the dining hall? Then everyone is a fucking suspect. Yeah. What you're really trying to say is that you're not the killer, right? No shit. You guys went off on your own and started killing each other. This has nothing to do with me. What does that mean? Oh, Nagito, please. He's making this all worse. He's making this all worse. Also, a bit of speculation. I'm wondering if there's any importance to the fact that some people's emblems are red and some people's are like black. I look forward to seeing if that has any bearing whatsoever at some point. Anyway, why don't we try talking about the most pressing issue on our minds?
The most pressing issue on our minds? Where we found the body. It's very strange to find a body underneath a table. Then, let's start with that mystery. The reason why Byakuya's body was discovered under the dining hall table. We can start with that. But ultimately, we need to find out who murdered him. Yes, but Hajime... Man, you can tell that Hajime was not born into this critical thinking thing, right? Where he's found is a very fundamental part of who murdered him. We'll get to that. That's the point of a trial. If we can't do that... No. Thinking about if is a waste of time. We have to do this, no matter what. So the class trial has finally started. Finally! Took long enough. From this point on, I will provide simple tutorials at every important moment. More tutorials! More tutorials! Oh my god. Okay. I'm sorry, but please excuse my ear-tainting rudeness. Ear-tainting rudeness? That's a bit strong. As things progress during each class trial, you'll engage a number of non-stop debates. Right, this is where the bullets come in, for the uninitiated. During these discussions, all of your classmates will speak one after another without any breaks. It's up to you to reveal the lies or mistakes contained within their statements. This means you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Out of all the truth bullets you find in your investigation, only the relevant ones will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the mouse to move the reticule and fire with left mouse button. This is very, very, very the same as before. This is very the same as before. We have been here, we have done this, this is familiar. Pay close attention to the character's statements and choose the bullets carefully. So yeah, basically if you run out of time, you fail. Game over! So I can't spend a million years doing what I like to do in the investigations, which is pore over the possibilities. And one of the things that I find in these games, and Phoenix Wright games are an absolute cunt for this, okay? This happens a lot in Phoenix Wright games. You know exactly what the response is, but the game wants an intermediate step first. It wants you to give some other piece of evidence, even though you know exactly what piece of, like, you know what the solution to the problem is, but your brain, for whatever reason, is just jumping straight to that final step. So it's entirely possible that I have the right idea but deliver the wrong bullet because I haven't realized they want something else first. So, you're probably gonna see a few misplays. If I press escape during the arguments, I can review the controls, which is good to know. So, good luck, have fun, and let's misplay. Let's fire blanks. Time to make your argument. Right, okay, so... Why was Byakuya's body in a place like that?
大広間の一番奥のテーブル。
Uh-huh.
しかもテーブルの下だったな。
Yeah.
犯人が戸上を殺した後で死体を移動させたんじゃねえか？
They moved the body.
何のために？
No, they didn't move the body.
もちろん死体を隠して。
Obviously, by hiding the body,
発見を遅
she's
らせよ
right.
うとしたんすよ。
I mean, it was hidden, but it wasn't moved. It wasn't moved. What he just said was strange, and it clearly contradicts information I know.
どうして
But
戸上
I
君の死体
have
は
already forgotten how to change which bullet is in my barrel? Ah, that's right, mouse wheel. Thank you.
あんな場所にあったのかな。
Gaps in the floorboard.
大広間の一番奥のテーブル。
Blood stain under
し
the
かもテー
table.
ブルの下だったな。
Okay, so
犯人が戸上を
I
殺
think
した
it's
後で
probably blood stain under the
死
table.
体を移動させたんじゃねえか？
それは違うぞ。
Right, okay, good. Good! Okay, we got the first one. I'm so
い
glad.
や、
I'm hoping that this
犯人
trial
が
is
戸
going to
上
be
の
quite
死体を移動
quite
させ
easy
た
for
と
me.
は考えられないん
Just
じ
to
ゃない
start
か？
off with. To get warmed up, you know? I need to get back into the rhythm of doing this. No, I don't think the killer moved the body.
どうしてだよ？
Why?
あのね、死体が見つかったテーブルの下の状
I don't remember what the body
況
looked
を
like
よく思い出してほしい
When
ん
we
だけど、
found it under the table.
あそこには大量の血痕があったけど、死体を引きずったような跡はなかったんだよ。
Indeed. Dun dun dun. Though there was a lot of blood everywhere, there was no sign the killer actually dragged the body through it. That's right, there were no
だ
drag
から
marks
犯
anywhere.
人が死体を移動させたとは考え
There
ら
was
れない。
no reason to believe.
なるほ
No
どね。
reason to believe the body was dragged. So that's why you think it's impossible that the killer moved the body. I see, I get your point.
せっかくい
And
い考
here
え
I
だと
thought
思
I
った
had a
のによ
genius
な。
idea. Oh, Soda, baby. Soda. You are not the brightest button. You're not the brightest button in the basket, but it's okay. I love you anyway, because you remind me of my favorite... You remind me of my favorite, like, VK artist.
個性もなくてモテない上にバカなんて残
Too
念。
bad, you're
生きてる価値ないよ
so
ね。
stupid and boring and unpopular. Your life is meaningless. Wow, Hyoka really just said, like, go kill yourself. She's such a bitch, isn't she?
俺は褒められて伸びるタイプだからな。
I respond better to praise, you know.
でも犯人が運んだわけじゃないなら、なんで死体がテーブルの下にあ
But
った
if
ん
the
ですか？
killer didn't move the body, why was it under the table?
多分テーブルの下で殺されたからだ。
I would like to think it's obvious because that's where he was fucking killed. Come on, even me with my two brain cells. And they're both smooth, okay? My two smoother brain cells can't figure that much out. Byakuya was probably killed under the table.
殺人がテーブルの下に来たと言うんか。
You think he was killed under the table?
戸上君は何らかの理由でテーブルの下に潜り、
Yeah, that's
それで
right.
犯人によって殺されてしまった。
There's definitely a way that this could have happened. There's definitely a way that this could have happened. And I have some ideas. There very much was something up with the floor. There were gaps in the floorboards where the wood is so old and has shrunk. So the floor is definitely involved. It would be very easy for, I don't know, something long and thin like a skewer point to, I don't know, slip between the holes and like, puncture someone. In fact, hold the fuck on. Didn't someone specifically mention about, like, someone getting perforated earlier? You know, I swear to God. Well, this is it. Like, kitchenware, right? I do very much feel like Teru is becoming far more suspicious. Well, we're gonna see, aren't we? So, Byakuya snuck under the table for reasons unknown. And that's when he was
その
killed.
結果、テーブルの下に彼の死体だけが残されることになったんじゃないか
Then,
な。
shortly thereafter, we found his body under the table.
話の筋は通っているが、
Oh, it does make sense, but why did he go under the table?
みんなを驚かせよう
Why
とし
did
て
he
隠
go
れて
under
たん
the
だろ
table?
あいつって茶目っ気たっぷりなとこあったしな
Obviously he was hiding so he could surprise us. That dude was always a big jokester. The hell he was? You seriously couldn't tell what kind of person he was? Genuinely though. Genuinely. I mean, Akane isn't about being a great judge of character. You know? She's so wrong, but she's so right. You're absolutely spot
停電
on.
になって慌ててテーブルの下に潜ったのかな
Maybe he panicked during the blackout and dove under the table.
I mean, considering that he had those goggles, I'm not convinced. It's a blackout, not an earthquake. Just cause the power went out doesn't mean he dive under the table.
その理由は多分パーティー
He's
中の
so
戸上君の行動
wise.
に関係してるんじゃな
Probably
いかな
connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, don't you think?
Don't we think? Hum. Hum, 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 hum. Hum. Hum.
The reason Byakuya dove under the table, well, I'm pretty sure I know exactly why that is. It's connected to what Byakuya had to do with the party. Then it's probably... It's popped up before I could finish reading the line. Well... I mean... Again... Probably to do with food. Again, potentially dip ripping. I still think it's the night vision goggles. Like, I know for sure he wanted the night vision goggles. I know for sure that the knife underneath the table was like stuck to the table with tape. I mean, if it's connected, I only just realized that was a button. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so stupid. If it's connected to what he was doing during the party, I mean, surely this would be it? No? This may sound presumptuous, but I think that's wrong. Oh no! Oh no, oh no! I did it bad! I did it bad. Is it literally because he dropped food? I don't want that to be the reason. I don't want that to be the reason. He dove under the knife because he was trying to protect everyone. So I'd like to assume that it's like one of these things. Okay, so it was the knife. So I knew that it was either the knife or the night goggles. It was one of the two. So I would give myself a 50% correct on that one. I was 50% right. It probably has something to do with the knife we found under the table. Knife? Oh, you mean that thing that obviously screams, I am the murder weapon? Byakuya probably noticed the knife was hidden there. So, in order to get it, he moved under the table. But this whole time it was big, yes. He was particularly sensitive to the presence of dangerous items, so I cannot deny that possibility. I mean, you seem a bit concerned there, Gundam. But how did he notice that there was a knife under the table? I mean, probably he planted it there in case of emergencies? Maybe? Is that a possibility? If he knew beforehand, he probably would have done something about it before the blackout, right?
事前に知ってたわけじゃなくて、
Then
その場で
instead of
目
knowing
撃した
about
と
it
か？
beforehand, maybe he saw it right at that moment.
How could he have seen it? There's no way he could have seen it. Not only was it under the table, okay, but there was a blackout. He wouldn't, even with the glowing tape, he wouldn't have seen it by accident because of the tablecloth in place. So, yeah, not convinced. You know?
例えば誰かがテーブルの下に隠したナイフを取り出
Like,
そう
for
としている
example,
のを
he
見か
might
け
have
て、
seen someone trying to take the knife out from under the table.
いや、それはありえないぞ。
That's not possible.
なんだ
What?
You
随分
seem
と
rather
言い切るではないか。
confident about that.
当然だ。
Of
それだ
course.
けの根拠があ
I
るのだ
have
からな。
proof to back me up.
She has proof. She has proof. The plot thickens. The plot thickens.
Ooh, it's almost like a real trial.
It is a real trial. What are you talking about? It's life or death. This is real. During the previous statement, there was only one weak spot. But from this point on, there'll be various. Uh-oh! So now we have to find the multiple flaws. We have to figure out which spot is the correct one. No matter how many weak spots there will be only one contradiction at a time. So that's what we're looking for. This means there will be false weak spots. If you spot a false weak spot with a truth bullet, not only will you fail to refute what was said, but you'll lower your trust with everyone and your influence gauge will take damage.
No, they're all gonna hate me. They're gonna hate me.
I don't want them to hate me. Nope, we have to make sure this doesn't happen. We have to make sure this doesn't happen. We're gonna be super thorough. Super thorough, bleaties. We cannot fail at the literal first hurdle, or I will never live this down. I will never live this down. You'll have to rely on your own logic.
I don't have much logic. I'm a sheep. I just eat and I eat. Bleh.
Also, if you concentrate by holding down the space key, you can progress the argument slowly. Okay, that is actually a very, very useful tool. So I have to remember that one. If I press space, I can slow things down. Use it whenever you feel like the statements are moving too fast. I do remember that being a problem before. Sometimes statements will cross over each other and aiming would become very perilous. However, this does consume my focus cage, so be careful. If you press escape, you can review things. So good luck, have fun, and try not to die. Let's try not to die. So make your argument. Bloodstain. Oh my god, I have many here. Okay. Right, so night vision, knife, blood under the table. We've got quite a few going here. Ducked under the
停電中の出
table.
来事だったはずだ。
Okay.
それは間違いありません。っ
Yeah.
てことはさ、豚足ちゃんはあの停電の中で
Mr. Ham Hands.
ナ
I
イフを
hate that
取
she
る犯人を
calls
目
him
撃
that.
したの？
He must have seen the
停電
killer
中はめ
take
ちゃ
the
真っ暗っ
knife.
すよ。
Yeah, but he
目
could
の
have
前の飯が見
seen.
えないほど暗かったな。
Oh, I couldn't even see my
暗くて見え
food!
ないのは戸上も一緒。
No, he could see. Quick, where's my night vision goggles? Ah, I should have pressed space. I should have pressed space. God damn it. No, I knew exactly what I needed to do. Right, okay. Okay, we know what we're doing.
それは間違いありません。
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad to be reminded that it's okay to listen multiple times without being
豚足ちゃんはあの
penalized.
停電の中で
I had forgotten whether that was
ナ
a
イフを
thing or
取る
not.
犯人を目撃したの？
Thank you for confirming,
停
Bleaties.
電
Much
中はめちゃ真っ暗っす
appreciated.
よ。目の前の飯が見えない
It
ほど
was
暗
pitch
かった
black, but he
な。
had night vision goggles that he
暗く
picked
て
up
見
from
え
the
ないのは戸
store.
上も一緒。
それ
Blam.
は違うぞ。
Chigauzo. But hold up.
いや、きっと戸上だけに
No,
は見えて
Byakuya
たん
was
だ。
probably the only one who was able to see in the dark. Oh, you can fast forward. I don't actually remember how to do that.
なぜあいつだけに見える？
Why do you say
テ
that?
ーブルの下に落ちてた暗視スコープだよ。
Because
暗闇でも
he
状況
had
が把
night
握できる
vision
だろ。
goggles. He had night vision goggles, you see? If he was using those night vision goggles we found under the table, he could have definitely seen what was happening.
あの暗視スコープを使ったのは戸上だったぞ。
So, you are saying Byakuya was the one who used those night vision goggles?
あ、そうなるな。
Yes, that seems to be the case. Oh, you play on PlayStation, Depov. You play on the PlayStations, you don't know. Fair enough, fair enough. I too am the proud owner of a PlayStation. But for streaming purposes, it's definitely a lot easier for me to be using the Steam version of games at the moment. Perhaps one day I will be in a position to sort myself out with the appropriate hookup so that I can stream things on my PlayStation, because I know this is a bit of a segue. I absolutely love the Final Fantasy Theatrhythm rhythm games, and I would love to stream that sometime because Final Fantasy music just awesome, and also it's so cute and it's so fun and it's easy to like chat over and get excited about. So it's both chill and it's hype at the same time. That seems to be the case. Oh, she doesn't agree. She doesn't agree. She's got a counterpoint.
いやそれは違うでしょ。まるっきり逆だよ。
No, that's obviously wrong. It should be the other way around.
逆?
Other way around? Oh, Depompon, I certainly have played Star Ocean. Until the End of Time is my favorite one. Just gonna throw that out there. Gonna throw that out there. And I know, probably a populist opinion, but as a lamb, that game really the twist actually surprised me, and for everyone who was like, oh man, it's such a lame twist. No, it isn't, and I'm not gonna spoil it for anyone. Oh man, I love them all. I love them all, they're great. They're great. Very good, solid, classic JRPGs. So good. So good. To anybody who's into a good classic JRPG with not exactly turn-based combat though, it's a lot more active combat. Do consider, especially if you're big on the anime aesthetic and that kind of more sci-fi feel. The graphics might be a bit dated now for the third game at least, but the story is incredible. I still like to revisit from time to time. I do still have a working functional PlayStation 2 that I bust out from time to time. I love my console collection. Second story R is yes, absolutely. And the nice thing about all of the Star Ocean games, to anybody who's thinking about playing them, you don't need to have played any of the others. They're all standalone. Pretty much like most of the Final Fantasy games, for example, you don't necessarily need to have played any of the others. There are recurring themes rather than recurring characters. So consider it. Give it a go. Try it. Do it. Do it. Do it. There's bound to be a Steam sale, and PlayStation sale and stuff coming up. Cyber Monday's not too far off now. Come on. Save those pennies and get those bargains in. Seriously, the killer used those night vision goggles, not Byakuya. No, I disagree with her. I disagree with her. I don't believe that's correct at all. They are. You are right, Depopon. They are sort of connected in that order, 4, 1, 2. But if you're going in completely fresh, the connection isn't, I would say it's not massively important, like off the bat. You could definitely play them as standalones to kind of get a feel for what the series is going for, and then appreciate the links between them when you play the other games, rather than feeling like you have to play them in a certain order in order to get the most out of them. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'd say just pick one that appeals to you, and go for it. Space sword combat, yes, absolutely. So was I surprised by her argument? I mean, I kind of was, because, I mean, she's definitely wrong. You really baiting me, game. You're really baiting me. Come on, Shinsoft. What are we doing? So, when this argument surfaces, I'll go into rebuttal showdown. Okay. I can counter their arguments and draw out their weak spots. So counter their remarks with the WASD keys. Oh man. I'm actually using WASD in a fucking Danganronpa game. Didn't see that coming now. Based on the shape of their remarks, it's important to know whether to cut vertically sideways or cut. Sheepie getting to live out her fantasy of being a literal swordsmith. I'm playing Fruit Ninja in Danganronpa. This is great. Okay. Okay. So based on that, you can skew the debate's mood to my advantage. However, if I ignore it, it will work in their favor. Yeah, how am I gonna do diagonal WASD? I guess I'm just gonna have to hold them down in pairs. It's gotta be, right? In the bottom right corner of your screen, a number shows the sharpness of my counter displayed. That is a weird mechanic. Sharpness? This is the number of times you can cut remarks during one round. Okay. So I cannot waste my opportunities here. You lose sharpness even if I miss? What? So if I miss, it counts as a waste? Wow, my blade gets dulled through neglect, I guess. Okay. When the mood skews to your advantage, the other party's argument changes and the conversation will develop. Okay, they'll end up divulging weak spots. You cannot cut remarks that contain weak spots. Oh my god, it's gonna be very big. Just please refute any weak spots with the left mouse button. Oh my goodness me. Okay, now we're making it complicated. We're making it complicated, and this is going to possibly result in an early embarrassing game over. So let's be patient on this one. If I don't have the correct truth blade, I'll not be able to cut the opponent's remark. So what's a truth blade? Oh boy, I'm terribly sorry. There's been a delay in contacting you. Make sure the person in charge of contacting you takes a very long vacation. No! No, don't do that. Oh, that sounds so threatening. Please don't do that. Like, give them another chance, please. I don't want to be responsible for murder directly. In this mode, truth bullets are called truth blades. Okay, so it's the same concept, but executed ever so slightly differently. Okay. The name was changed, but don't you think a change in feeling is important? Press escape key. During the arguments, I can review the controls. I'm probably going to need to review the controls multiple times because my 2 brain cells can only handle so much information, and there is already smoke coming out of my little floppy ears. So I think this is going to be quite a hot mess. Oh, good luck, have fun, don't die. Alright then. Rebuttal showdown. Oh my goodness, okay. So, irons in storage room, duralumin in case, knife. Alright. So... I get the idea. It's just common sense. I can't just listen, I know, but I need to know what her argument is. No, it's the duralumin case. It's gotta be right. Is that correct or not? I guess not. For God's sake! Oh no, guys. My timing is not good. When she says it's gotta be it, yeah, I think you're right. My timing is off. Come on. You just use common sense. The killer obviously used the vision goggles. Yes, right, okay. This time I hit the correct buttons, but I still can't advance forward. Common sense. Different timing? No, okay. If I just hit everything and see what happens. Okay, sure, whatever. What? Why did that work? They could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. So, those goggles... Wait, what? What? Oh my god, okay. I'm so confused by what just happened. This is what I was talking about when I said I think this is gonna be bumpy. Okay. So I just have to slash everything. I don't know why. So where's your proof? They could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. Oh, okay, good. Okay, good. We've got it. Knife. The problem was the knife. Oh my god. Sorry for the intense silence, guys. My concentration was at max. My 2 brain cells are absolutely, like, at capacity. It was knife. It was knife. Oh my god. Okay. I'm sure Byakuya brought the night vision goggles. I need to refute Mihiro's claim in advance. No, because he bought them. No, why? Why does that not count? Ah! I need this to... Hold the fuck on. I need better explanation. I need better explanation for this. Right, let me think. So, the point I need to prove is that Byakuya is responsible for bringing the Duraluming case. At least that's what I thought. Right, no, you're right. So I have to slash the white ones, but then treat the yellow ones like a normal thing? Like, oh my god. Right, explain. Okay. I need to just... Okay. This is a horrible system and I'm doing an absolutely terrible job. I am doing a terrible job. So where's your proof that you use them? No? Okay. God, this is so annoying! This is so annoying. I really don't want to have to look this up. I really don't want to have to look this up. How? Oh my god, I'm taking such an absolute basting. Ah, I missed it. Ah! I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I'm doing so badly at this. This is gonna take effort. Way more effort than... Right, okay. Okay. What? What does that mean? Okay. What? Oh my god.
そうなっちゃったわけだしさ。とにかくあれは最初からそのために犯人が現場に持ち込んだんだって。
I did it again. I did it wrong.
そう。
He could not have bought them.
常識で考え
We
る
know
暗
he
視スコープを
couldn't.
使っ
We
たのは
know
犯
he
人
couldn't have
絶対
bought
そうに
them.
決まってるって。
犯人が使ったって根拠はなんだよ。
だって暗視ス暗闇の中でも戸上を殺せるじゃん。
Why does it
そうなっちゃ
why
った
does
わけ
it
だしさ。
do
とにかく
the
あれは最初からその犯人
Why
が
does
現
it
場
do
に持ち
that?
込んだんだって。
その言葉
Oh my
聞か
god.
せてもらう。
Right, okay. Jesus fucking
あ
Christ.
の暗視スコープを持ち込んだのは
Jesus
間違いなく
Christ.
殺された戸上だったはずだ。
Okay.
間違い
This
な
is
い。
gonna take some hard getting used
戸上
to.
がパーティー中
That
ず
is
っと持ってた
absolutely
ジュラルミンケースの中に
brutal. Yeah, the goddamn. Goddamn. Okay. I will get better at this. I'm sure I will, but ugh. That was a level of stress I didn't realize I was signing up for. I pray it's not a regular mechanic. I really hope it's not a regular mechanic. I don't think I could take it. I don't think I could take it. Inside the Duraluming case Byakuya had with him during the
暗視ス
party,
コープを収納するためのケ
we
ースが
found a
入ってたん
smaller
だ。
case for storing the night vision goggles. So we know.
つまり暗視スコープはジュラルミンケースに入れて持ち運ばれ
Which
たものと推測でき
means
る。
we can assume the night vision goggles were kept inside that Duraluming case as well. That's right, that's right, that's right, that's right. Even she knows, even Ibuki knows.
推測だって。いぶきらしからぬ賢いフレーズが出た。
Oh, bless her. Ibuki has improved my mood. Incredible. Woohoo! I said it too. Ibuki never uses such clever language. It's okay. It's okay, Ibuki. I
し
respect
かも
you,
停
even
電
if you
中
don't
に
use
そのジ
clever
ュラルミンケー
language.
スの中から暗視スコープを取り出すなんて。
So, well. Plus, Byakuya was the only one who could have taken the night vision goggles out of the case. This is true. As far as we know, this is true.
そんなことができるのはケースを持ってた戸上以外に考えられ
Since
な
he
いだ
was
ろ。
carrying it around before the blackout in the first place.
言われてみればそうかも。
Suspicious. Suspicious. I see. When you put it like that, it makes sense. No. When I put it like that, it just means that, oh my god, I don't ever have to want to do that thing for like a million years. Like, please. I don't wanna do the cutting. I don't like the cutting. It's not fun. I'm not smart enough for that.
だったらあのナイフをジュラルミンケースに
When
入れ
was
て
that
持ち込まれ
knife
たものな
inside
のか
the
もしれな
case
いね。
too? I mean, was that knife inside the case too? I don't think so. I personally don't think it was.
暗視スコープがあったなら、ナイフくらい入っててもおかしくないも
If
ん
there were
ね。
night goggles inside it, it wouldn't be weird for a knife to be in there too. Except that it would because Byakuya specifically put everything else in all of the other boxes, right? He specifically went out of his way to put sharp objects in different boxes. So that would mean that the knife shouldn't be in this box at all. This was a box of emergency supplies, and we saw that when we opened it.
おかしいよ。
It would be weird.
やっぱ僕って
I
おか
am
しいよ
weird,
ね。
aren't I?
こんな
At
時なの
times like
に
this,
今晩の
I'd
おかず
rather
のこ
be
とが頭を握る
fantasizing
し。
about tonight's main dish. Wow, I hate you. Every time he opens his mouth, I just want to chuck him in the sea.
キモいよ。
Ooh, you totally meant that in a perverted way. Yes, yes, you did. Ew. The knife was bought in the Duraluming case along with the night vision goggles too. But was it? No, that's not possible. The knife was hidden in the dining hall before the party even started, and I should be able to prove it. Update.
そうか。
Bam. This is one thing I'm absolutely 100% certain of. There was duct tape left under the table where the body was found. Duct tape? They probably hid the knife by duct taping it to the underside of the table. Oh, so that's why we found duct tape there. Okay, I'm calling it now. Oh, God, just seeing Monomi swinging in the background is bringing tears to my eyes. Monomi, no! Calling it now. The knife being the murder weapon is completely wrong, first and foremost. That's a complete and utter, like, red herring. And the whole time, it was definitely there as, like, a just in case. I really don't think that it's what they're making it out to be whatsoever. This is all just gonna be one big massive red herring on the road to finding out that the skewer was used as a murder weapon.
Though Byakuya was thorough, even he couldn't have noticed a weapon taped to the underside of the table. I mean, you say that, but this may be off topic, but why was Byakuya acting so paranoid? Not only did he bring a self-defense kit, but he had night vision goggles inside the case too. That's because, if I had to guess, if EP had to guess, EP theory time, because it was the same Byakuya as before. He came here for revenge and he's played the game. He knows exactly what can happen. He was prepared for this. I think Byakuya put that knife under the table. I think that was his way of, like, being ready to deal with things. He was expecting something to happen, but it didn't happen the way he thought it was going to happen. That's true. He went above and beyond being a little cautious. What's long enough to hide a skewer indeed? What's long enough to hide a skewer? I can think of a few things. And it does make me a bit concerned about one other person's involvement, and we were really hoping it wouldn't be them. But I definitely have some thoughts, and it definitely involves Peko. But we'll see. The only thing I'm certain of right now based on the evidence is that a skewer was the murder weapon, not that knife. That much I'm very sure of. Now that you mention it, that applies to the dangerous items he confiscated as well. It's one thing to be a little cautious, but performing a body check is a bit much. He probably knew someone was planning to commit a murder. What, because of that stupid note he received? No, I think the note is a plant. I think the note is a plant. Are you saying he predicted the murder? Could it be? Was he also in possession of the all-seeing eye? Oh, Gundam, you chuny motherfucker, you. You think so too, right, Hajime? That's right. Byakuya probably knew there was a possibility that a murder would occur. Because of this stupid fucking note that somebody wrote that I really don't believe is a serious threat. Everyone, can you please take a look at this? This incredibly dangerous letter. Yeah, Gundam saying the things that he says they do make me giggle though. They do make me giggle. There's something kind of charming about a hamster rearing Chuny.
I can't really put my finger on why, but it's very funny to me. It's very funny to me. Be careful, the first kill will happen tonight. Someone will definitely kill someone. See, as much as I feel like, yes, absolutely, were this letter genuinely sent before his murder, this could have, like, made him paranoid. I'm not sure it was sent before his murder. I'm not convinced. I'm feeling a bit concerned that it might be misdirection. Hey, what the hell is this? Hajime and I found this in Byakuya's cottage. It looks like a threatening letter someone sent to him. So? Who's the someone? Nobody besides Monokuma would write such a dumb, threatening letter like that. Wasn't me. Are you sure? I mean, yeah, Monomi. I'm with Monomi on this one. Monokuma's just the best. The only lies I tell are friendly lies. It doesn't matter who wrote it yet. So, Byakuya became paranoid because of this threatening letter. He probably decided to throw a party because of the letter. Yeah, the best lies are friendly lies. Whatever that means, by the way. What do you mean? Oh, see? Clever brain energy. Getting everyone together would mean that everyone could watch each other. However, it does also give ample opportunity for murder to be committed. And one thing that I'm still surprised by is that it wasn't just like a wholesale kill everybody, because while the room was dark, right? Really, there's with enough forethought, granted, you could potentially kill everybody in the building. You could potentially kill everybody in the building, but I guess it wouldn't make for fun viewing. In doing so, he tried to put the writer of that letter in a situation where they couldn't act. But the letter might just have been a prank. As long as he was determined not to let any of us die, he wouldn't take that risk. His strong sense of responsibility made him believe the letter was legitimate. Oh no! Why, I mean, if he told you, then everyone would have been in on it, nobody would have gone along with the plan, so I completely understand why he wouldn't, but I also do understand Nakamaru's frustrations. Like, you should have told us. I mean, yeah, but that would have screwed up his plans. As Nagito points out, everyone would have panicked, and he probably knew that. But Nagito also knew that, because he definitely set this up. Or was at least involved in... He is involved in Hope Generation. He is involved in Hope Generation. He is literally here just to make everybody feel like everything is going to be okay, so that Monokuma gets the most out of everything being not okay. At least that's how I feel about the interaction between them all. Yeah, he was trying to avoid everyone else being killed. But he didn't say anything about himself not being killed. Just everyone else. Yeah, absolutely, Deponpon. In that, he succeeded. He did. So, he tried to do something about it without telling anyone? I see. His strong sense of responsibility as our leader was his undoing. Screw that noise. Who the hell wrote that letter? Well, obviously, the killer. The killer. But did they? I'm not convinced. Is it really one of us? And who? Who among us killed Byakuya? Enough already. Show yourself, you coward. If they were willing to come forward, they never would have committed the murder in the first place. But I still can't believe it. Someone in this room killed Byakuya, There's no way I can believe that yet.
すみません。私からも少々よろし
Pardon
いでしょう
me,
か。
can I say something, please?
どうしたんですかソニアさん。
Hmm? What is that, Miss Sonia?
話題が戻って恐縮な
Man,
のですが。
he's such a simp,
先ほど
isn't
の暗
he?
視スコープの件
So
で
does a
気にな
little
ることがある
Sonia
のです
simp. What a cutie. It's kind of sweet. It's kind of sweet. Hopeless. Absolutely hopeless. I regret that I must return to this topic, but I just realized something concerning the night vision goggles.
暗視スコープを使って
If
たのが
Byakuya
小
was
上さんなら
indeed wearing those
犯人
goggles,
はあの暗
how
闇を
did the
どのよう
killer
に攻略
manage
し
to
たんですか
navigate in the dark?
そっか。暗視
That's
スコープな
right.
しじゃ何も
They
見えない
wouldn't
よ
have
ね。
been able to see anything without the night vision goggles.
でもそれだと
But
テー
if
ブ
the
ルの裏
murderer
のナイフは
had
取
the
れないし、
goggles when they took
小
the
上君が
knife,
それを
then
目撃
how
する
did
こともでき
Byakuya
ないよ。
see them?
目印を使うにしたって
Even if the knife bore some sort of mark, it would have been difficult to see in the dark.
No, the killer definitely used a mark. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And because of this mark, the killer was able to get the knife from the table. Glowing pain. Glowing pain. We know this one. We know this one, guys. They didn't need to see if they were using the goggles, but we do know that there was glowing paint under the table. What if the glowing paint was the mark? With that, you'd be able to get the knife even in the dark.
実際テーブルの下に落ちてたナイフにも
In actuality, the knife we found under the
テーブル
table
の裏に貼ってあっ
and
たガ
the
ムテ
duct
ープに
tape
も
stuck to the underside
夜
were
光塗料
both
が塗ら
marked
れ
with
てたよ
glowing
な。
それ
paint.
って犯人があ
Does
らか
that
じめ塗ってたんです
The
か？
killer painted them in advance.
でも夜光塗料を塗っておくなん
But
て
painting them with
停電に
glowing
なるのが
paint?
分かってたみたいじゃない？
It's as if they knew the blackout was going to happen.
実際分かってた
Bing,
んだ
bing,
よ。
bing, bing, bing,
だ
bong.
からこそ
10 points to Gryffindor for this lady. She figured it out. That's right. That's right. They knew there was going to be a blackout because it was planned. Oh, look. There's a robot. Hey, bot friends. Get gone. Get gone. We don't really care for Mr. Robots here. Appreciate the view tick, though. Thanks very much. They had to have already known. That's why they used the glowing tape as a mark.
ことは停電を仕掛けたやつ
Which
が犯
means
人だね。
whoever set up the blackout is the killer. Maybe.
だったら決まりだな。
That
犯人は
seals
ブレ
it.
ー
The
カー
killer
だっ
is
た
whoever
事務
was
室
in
に
the
いたやつ。
office with the circuit breaker. No, I don't think necessarily it's that straightforward. Soda's getting a bit ahead of himself here. Soda's getting a bit ahead of himself. Which means it was you, Peko Yama. Also, don't attack my wife. Leave her alone. Leave Peko alone. That's a Britney moment for anyone who remembers Chris. Showing my age right there. Peko killed poor Byakuya. Was this island not big enough for 2 glasses wearers? I love Ibuki's like concern. Like it was a competition between. It was a battle of the specs. It was the battle of the specs. Shocking.
私は犯人ではない。
I am not the killer.
犯人じゃねえってさ。
Oh, I guess she's not.
簡単に信じてどうすんだよ。
Well, how? Because she's Akane, and Akane is brain smooth sometimes, you know. But I love her anyway. I love her anyway.
事務室のブレーカーには
There's something inherently likable about
すぐ届
Akane.
かないと思うんですけど。
I think it's her straightforwardness, you know. But with Pekka's height, I don't think she'd be able to reach the circuit breaker in the office.
そんな小さな問題はどう
I
でも
don't
いいんだ
care
よ。
about a
てこやまがブレ
technicality
ーカーを
like
落とし
that.
て停電にしたんだ
Pekka's
っ
the
て。
one who tripped the breaker and caused the blackout. It would have been nice if I'd found the missing skewer because I think the skewer is involved in multiple things here. By tripping the breaker directly from the office, Pekka was the one who caused the blackout. Except she wasn't, and it definitely was to do with those 3 irons and 2 AC units. Oh, and the lamp. Is that really what happened? After this debate, blue-coloured weak spots will start appearing. Oh, for fuck's sake! We're adding more? Do we need more mechanics? Do we need more mechanics? I beg! I beg! Help! Hey, help! Spike Chunsoft, why are you doing me like this? Please! My 2 brain cells are already fried. If we call the weak spots you've seen up until now argue spots, the blue weak spots are agree spots. When shooting agree spots with truth bullets, you need to flip your way of thinking. Instead of arguing that their testimony is incorrect, it will prove that they are right. Oh, okay, so we're taking a different tack with this one. So when the booth truth bullets merge with their weaknesses, it will become a logically sound agreement. Oh, isn't it a little hot in here? Isn't it just? I definitely feel the heat. I'd air out my collar if I had one. Hold on a sec. Whew, that feels better. That feels better. Let's get some air. Let's get some air going in here. Ooh. So many mechanics. Can't deal with it all. From now on, you must infer whether it's best to argue or agree. Fuck me. Okay. This is testing me to the absolute limit for an intro. For an intro, right? This is a trial by fire. Thank God I can press the escape key to remind myself. Good luck, have fun, don't die. Alright. Please don't make me use the cut thing again. So we've got all the different accounts here. So I need to see what's being said first. So since Paco is in the office, she could have caused the blackout. She could have, but I don't think so. It's impossible. Why is it impossible? Because she was not in the office. No, she was not. Not even before the blackout. What happened during duty? Sorry. No, you weren't in the office? Clearly a desperate excuse. Not as desperate as she was, I can tell you. It's not weird to doubt her. I feel like I spoke to someone during the investigation who completely backs up her testimony. That's right, Huyuhiko. Or is it Chiaki? I think it might be Chiaki, oh my god, let me just scroll through at a decent pace. I'm pretty sure it's Chiaki. Oh no, you're right, the locked door. No, it's not that one. Oh no, it is that one. Okay, good. Wow, that really confused me. I guess because I was expecting the crash animation of like the bullet going through something. Oh my goodness me. Ooh, this is really taxing me. This is really taxing me. I'll get there. I'll get there.
I won't give up.
No, I think Paco is telling the truth. Don't tell me you're crushing on Paco. It's nothing like that at all. Nekomaru's account is actually Paco's alibi. That's right, because she was in the bathroom. Right, so it definitely was Paco in there then. I wasn't completely sure. Oh, hey Zerafiel! Good to see you! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Where in the story am I? Well, this is definitely the beginning. So this is the first case, chapter 1. Very nice, someone isn't struggling to come with your name. I am pleased to hear that. Thank you. It is lovely to have you. Welcome. Welcome to the Good Egg Society. Welcome to the Good Egg Covenant. Here, consider yourself a good egg. Other covenants are available. Please find your nearest talking cat to change covenant, but otherwise, you are welcome to stay with us. Yeah, this is chapter 1. This is the first case. We've had our first death, and this is definitely our very first court case. I played the original. This is my first time playing the second, and I'm already failing hard with the mechanics. So I love that for myself. I love that for myself. Absolute dick-ripping action here as I completely failed to fire the correct bullet or time my slashes correctly. So this is going exceptionally well. So yeah, Nekomaru has provided the alibi by corroborating that definitely Peko was in the bathroom. It was Peko that was in there. Both of them complaining about having a bad stomach. Both of them had been given some kind of bad food, presumably. Also, both of them the most competent fighters, so they have been taken out of action, so there was less chance of someone defending them. Yeah, Danganronpa is, and it's okay. I'll let it slide.
I'll let it slide. Don't worry. No one saw.
It's definitely one of those ones that you need to experience for yourself. Where could the skewer be hidden? I do wonder. I do wonder. So, I've been trying to use the bathroom. Where could it be? Someone was occupying the bathroom for a long time after the party started. I'm still concerned the skewer potentially could be hidden in Peko's sword sheath. That was something that came to mind. Also, very funny. Very funny. Appreciate the humor. So yeah, we know that someone was occupying for a while. And when it was finally freed up after Byaku's body was discovered. Oh! Then the person who was in the bathroom that whole time was actually... Everyone else besides Peko was in the dining hall after the party started, right? I see, so there's no way anybody else could have locked themselves in the bathroom except Peko. I guess that would be true. You locked yourself in the commode? You should have said so earlier. Okay, no girl is gonna openly admit, especially when there are men in the room, unless she's, I don't know, Akane. Akane might. Akane strikes me as the sort, you know. Just gonna come out and say, guys, I've got the shits. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Just throwing that out there. Yep. What's the goal? The goal is that we are finding the murderer. This is a whodunit. This is a whodunit. So for someone who's never done this before, someone has killed someone, we've gone to trial, and now we've got to find out who's done it. And if we don't pick the right person, we are executed. So it's a problem that will be easily solved if we just had a bomb and locked everyone in a room and blew everybody up. Unfortunately, that would be a terrible premise for the scenario writers to work with. So we're going for something a bit more one-by-one approachy. So yeah, as my hero says quite rightly, there's no way she'd actually say that. So insensitive. If she locked herself in the bathroom for that long, there's no doubt it's shit. Man, this guy just loves talking about shit. I think he might have a bit of a scatological thing going on, you know? It's not my jam, but whatever makes you happy, bro. There's no way she'd admit it. There's no way she'd admit she was taking a shit. Well, no. I mean, generally, no. I'm glad that he's finding this funny, at least. Meanwhile, Peko's sat there, like, green in the face, like, oh, shame. Ringing a bell. Hey, weren't you guys taught any basic manners? Or were you raised in a locker room? Definitely. I mean, he basically was raised in a locker room because he's the ultimate team coach, so... It's fine. How about we stop talking about this and move on to something else? Oh my god! Dude! Dude, that's not something you should say! Why would you do that? I don't want to. I don't want to. Why? This dude, Jesus Christ. Literally. Look how embarrassed she is, I feel, man. This game has very, very, very strong aesthetics. As you're finding out. But still, you were in the bathroom for a really long time. Did you get food poisoning or something? As a matter of fucking fact, Little Miss Psychopaths, yes, they did. As soon as I stepped into the office, I felt this sudden rush of pain in my stomach. Because of that, I was unable to leave the bathroom, including when the blackout occurred. Oh, dude. Oh, I fucking hate this guy. Taru, shut the fuck up. Nobody likes you. Nobody wants you. I really hope you're guilty. I want him to be guilty. I want to execute this motherfucker. Hey, how did it feel to do your business in the dark? Did you get excited? God, he's so uncomfortably freaky. That's a big ooh from me. Seriously? Stop it. Yeah. Just stop. In fact, do you know what? Like, seriously. No. We good? Well, I'm glad that we cleared that up. Sorry. That's so childish. Anyway. Yeah. Still, your stomach ache. Was it really just a coincidence? Hey, what's the deal? Don't butt into other people's business, especially if you didn't do any investigating. I mean, yeah, to be fair, he was alone in his room, just being antisocial, being left out. Our ultimate Yakuza, our ultimate pretty hard nut, our ultimate pretty lonely soft boy. Oi, I'm only butting in because you fucking idiots are out of your element. Stop this childish nonsense. What do you mean by coincidence? What I mean is it possible someone slipped us some laxatives? See, Fuyuhiko, he seems to me like someone who's gonna go far in this murder game. He seems like someone who's gonna go far. He's got his head screwed on. But who would do that indeed? Who would slip us some laxatives? If so... Oh no, this is making me a little bit more suspicious of someone I really didn't want to be distrustful of. This is making me really suspicious of someone I don't want to distrust. Oh no. It would explain a lot. It would explain why they're rinsing that CG as well. It's not because it wasn't an unintentional accident. This was 100% intentional. Please, Miss Ultimate Nurse, please not you. Please. Please no. Because of course, the meek one, right? Alright, I'm jumping to conclusions. I don't know. I still feel like Teru is like my #1 suspect. Because I think he handed them the food? Tampering with the food because he knows it best. Like, yeah, I still feel like he's really, really suspicious. You see what I mean, Deponfon? You can think that I'm on the right track, and then I can just completely blindside you with like how fucking retarded I can be. Me and my 2 brain cells. They're working very hard. They're working very hard. Future crime prevention. Holy shit. That's something I don't want to be involved in. Also, if this game is set in the same world as the other games, there's no police. There's no police. So calling the feds won't do any good. There aren't any. It's just a wild west out there now. Yeehaw. Oh, I see. That might have happened. The question is whether Pekka's stomachache was a coincidence or if someone intentionally caused it. Depending on the answer, the outcome of this trial could change drastically. Make your argument. Oh god, okay. The AC timer, the goggles, the party dishes. Right, what are we going? Did you eat anything weird? I don't remember eating anything weird. All she did was eat. She ate food she was given. Now that you mention it, you brought food to the office, right? Yes, she did. Just a bit from the dining hall. Might have been some lactives in it, don't you think? Yes, there could have been. He cooked this food. It is very suspicious. He wouldn't do a thing like that, wouldn't he? But wait. Perhaps it was... No, because that was... Oh, my sense of timing's gone wacky. My sense of timing's gone wacky. Okay. So, presumably... She didn't eat anything weird. It was just the party dishes, right? She did bring food to the office. But it shouldn't have been anything but the party dishes. I was too slow. Ah, I was too slow. God damn it. Would ruin the taste. Okay, my bad, my bad, my bad. Whoops, 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 whoops. Whoops, uh-oh. I'm losing credibility. Yeah, you're right. I should be focusing. I should be focusing. It would ruin the taste. I mean, would it though? He says it would ruin the taste, but not necessarily. It is kind of similar to Phoenix, right? Yeah. Yeah, Zareth, yeah. Definitely similar. They're both visual novels with like interactable trial sections. I also really like the Phoenix Wright games. Especially the investigation parts. I love games with investigation segments. This kind of point and click mystery figure it out stuff really pushes my buttons. No, it's impossible that laxatives were slipped into the food in the dining hall because Pekka wasn't the only one who ate that food. Kane ate some too. In fact, the Kane ate absolutely tons of it. She wolfed it down. If the food had laxatives in it, I'm pretty sure Akane would have had stomachache issues too. She would have. I feel totally fine. Like I said, the dishes are innocent. Don't go making weird accusations. I apologize for causing a scene. Fuyuhiko should apologize, not you. He's the one who made the laxative accusation. But I don't think he's wrong. I don't think he's wrong. Fuck did you say to me, bitch? Cease this bickering. Let's just dismiss Pekka's stomachache as a coincidence. Go back to discussing the blackout. Man, I can't look at her without seeing Monomi swinging in the background. I feel so bad for her. Yeah, we already know that, you trashy skank. You don't have to tell us. God damn, Hyoko is just absolutely savage at every opportunity, this girl. Mikan, you are too bullyable. You are too bullyable. As long as the murder happened during the blackout, then the blackout itself is what's actually important. So we need to make it clear how that blackout occurred. Calling it now. It was caused by overloading the circuit with the 2 AC units set to a timer, the lamp, and the three irons that were just randomly left on in the storeroom. So, I think we can do this. I think we can do this. So, I mean, it could be irons in the storage room. It depends what they say. It depends what gets said. So let's try this. Who tripped the breaker and how did they do it? They can't bop you. She's gonna bop me on the head? Did they throw a stone? No, absolutely not. Maybe they used a remote control. Yes, actually. Yes, they did use a remote control. They used the AC. The AC isn't here though, so it's gonna have to be the irons. By a power surge, yes. I'm sure. Is that right? Did it? Yeah! Yeah! I got the right one! I'm starting to get the hang of this system! Breakthrough moment! It's just as Mahiru said. The blackout was caused by a power surge. Of course, that's not a coincidence. Someone caused it intentionally.
That's why those 3 irons were arranged to cause the blackout.
Yeah, it's true. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Oh, I could cry. I'm so happy. Especially after all that stress with the truth blades earlier. Oh my god. When you found them right after the blackout, the irons were still on, right? So, by leaving those irons on in the storage room, they deliberately caused a power surge. Yeah. It seems that's how the killer caused the blackout. Bing bon! Bing bon! EP got it right! Woo! EP genius. Genius 1. Monokuma 0. Amazing. Oh, my dude here disagrees. He doesn't like that. Okay, time for an argument, I guess.
Hold on a second, let me speak.
The heck?
Say the irons in the storage room were used to break the blackout. Inexcusable.
Is it? Why? Why is it inexcusable? What is your rationale? What's your rationale? Let's go, dude. Oh, what? Oh, God. Oh, okay. I'm starting to get the hang of it. Just because they're in the dining hall doesn't mean they're not a suspect. That's correct. Whoops. Huh? It's true the irons are responsible for the blackout, but that shouldn't be the only reason. It's not. I have to find the right... Oh, shit. I'm missing it, aren't I? This one. Got it. Got it! Yeah! I got it! Oh my god, finally I got it! Okay, I'm starting to get the hang of it. Okay, good. Oh. The irons are just one reason the blackout occurred, but they weren't a direct trigger. The trigger was the air conditioners. Yes, the air conditioners, that's right. Air conditioners! That's right, they all added up together to trigger the whole thing. The timers for both air conditioners were set to 11:30 PM. Mr. Hanham's died around that time too.
See, when the timers activated the air conditioners, the breaker was tripped and caused a blackout. Oh, I understand. Indubitably.
There's something that I find incredibly funny about a dude like that saying the word indubitably. I'm sorry. I know, it's very judgmental. But this game's, like, all of the character designs are all about challenging your perceptions about people. Was that Zeref? You think that he can summon the Blue Eyes White Dragon? As long as he doesn't summon Exodia, we're all safe. Indubitably?
Oh, they probably checked the old building's energy usage in advance and used the irons to nearly max it out. So, once they set the air conditioner's timers, they just had to wait until they started up on their own.
Oh, I love Sonia. She's so upbeat. Even so, even if Peko was in the office, it still would have been possible to cause a blackout. Indubitably. Indubitably. Miss Sonia, not you too. Oh, regarding the energy usage, they probably asked Monokuma about it. Yeah, just a reminder. Literally, you can ask Monokuma anything as long as it's relevant to the case. Or, well, as long as you're not asking how to escape. So, they could potentially have asked. Dun dun dun. Is she right? Such a hateful bear. You deserve to die 1,000 deaths. Yeah, absolutely, Deponpon. If you're planning the murder, he'll tell you everything. He wants the murders to happen. He's not gonna ruin his own entertainment. 1,000, you say? If I die that many times, I might really stay dead, you know. Shut up! You guys just stay quiet. Oh man, she's really lost her patience now. She's really lost her patience now. I couldn't have prevented the blackout even if I was in the office. But even so, I feel regret. Poor Peko, it's not your fault. Or maybe it is. Maybe it is. We don't know yet. If I was in the office, I could have reset the breaker in time, and maybe the murder wouldn't have occurred. I mean, it is high up, but also she has a long weapon, so she could have used her sword to knock the switch back up, right? That's feasible. That's feasible. That would be smart. Resetting the breaker in that darkness would have been impossible, no matter what. Oh, Fuyuhiko coming out with the sport. Sounds like you don't need to blame yourself. And this little bitch. Even so, the killer's so sly. I'm starting to worry we may never actually find them. Bitch, it's probably gonna be you on the block one day. I hope. It's alright. You don't have to worry. Because they're just a petty killer, right? They can't defeat symbols of hope like you guys. Again, okay? Again with the symbols of hope. Anyone who played the original or has seen the anime will know that there is a lot of emphasis on hope and despair. And everybody's thing, the thing, is building up people's hope and destroying it, trashing it, making them despair. Maximum hope, ruining to make ultimate despair. He is just leaning into that so hard. I cannot trust him. I cannot trust him. Huh? There's no way everybody will lose now. This little incident will just be a stepping stone for you all. In the end, hope always wins. That's what I believe. He says with a maniacal, pose in place. I don't trust you as far as I can spit. I don't trust you. But, Nakito, what happened to you? Huh? What do you mean? Well, yeah, right? That's a bit of a change of tone. Literally, this whole time he's been adamant that no one among us is capable of murder, and he's suddenly changed his tack. Why? Why might that be? Why might that be? Well, you've been saying this whole time there isn't a killer. Oh, is that so? Well, let's just put that minor detail aside for now and talk about the incident.
とりあえず停電の仕掛けは分かったわけだけど、
For
問題
now,
はそれを
we
誰が
found
や
out
ったかだ
how
よ
the
ね。
blackout occurred, but the question is who caused it, right?
エアコンのタイマーを隠れて設定するのは誰にでもできるし、
Anybody could have hid and set the timers for the air conditioners.
アイロンを倉庫に持ち込むのも、戸上くんが休館に来る前にやっておけばいいだけ。
Setting up the irons in the storage room could have been done before Byakuya set foot in the old building. He knows a bit too much about this, right?
困ったね。
What a
僕らも誰にで
shame.
も可能みたいだよ。
Any one of us is capable of that.
何が言いてえんだ。
What is he implying? Well, it's obvious what he's implying, Fuihiko.
結局何も分かってないのと一緒って
He's
ことで
saying
しょ。
after all this time, we still haven't made any progress.
こんなに議論を重ねたの
Even
ですか。
though we have been arguing for so long?
残念だけど事実だよ。
Unfortunately, it's the truth.
今まで散々話し合ってきたにも
Despite
か
the
かわらず、
fact that we've
犯人に
discussed
繋
this
がり
at
そうな
length,
手がかりは何一つ見
there's
つか
not
っていない
even。one clue that leads to the killer. There is a Byakuya, but it's not the same one. It's not the same one. Byakuya is the dude who got written out first. Just a quick reminder there. So we're trying to figure out his killer.
でも、それも当然かもしれない
Well, it
ね。
might be
だって
because
僕ら
there's
の中
no
に
way any
犯
of
人
us
なんて
could
い
be
るわ
a
け。
killer.
また言ってることが変わってないか。
You're changing your story again?
そりゃそうとさ。今後のことについて
Again,
僕らのみんな
Nagito,
に
I
提
just, I
案があるんだ
fucking hate you. I just feel like you're a constant source of misdirection and irritation. Big time. Big time. Anyway, I have an idea about what we should do at this point.
ね
Has
え、みんな
anyone
はこんな
thought
風に
about
考えたこ
our
とはない。
situation like this?
人を疑って生き延びるより、
Instead of
人
surviving
を信
by
じて殺
doubting
される方
others,
がマシって
isn't
さ
it。better to get killed for believing in others? Okay, I'm pretty sure you said something like that before, my dude. And that's fucking weird. Nobody should want to die for believing in someone. This is no different than what Monokuma wants, basically. Like, this is hope farming. Can we call this hope farming, Wheaties? Can we call this hope farming? This is hope farming. This is hope farming and hope sacrificing for despair. Nagito, I really don't like you. Yeah, Ibuki is absolutely on the money here. Doesn't that mean you're saying we should all just give up and die?
お前だ。お前やっぱりどうかしてるぞ。
There is definitely something wrong with you.
僕はどうかしてると思う
You
の。
guys
みんなの
only
方こそ
think
どう
there's
かしてる
something
からだ
wrong
よ。
with me. Because there's something wrong with you.
こんな風に仲間内で糾弾し合うのもね、正気の沙汰とは思
There's
えない
no
ん
way
だ
that's healthy behavior.
もうやめようよ。
Let's
犯人
stop
だって
this
見
already.
つかったっていいじゃ
You
ん。
don't have to find out who the killer is.
僕はもう嫌なんだ。
I
仲間同士
can't stand this anymore. I don't want to do this to my friends. No. No, I don't think that's your angle.
そんなの僕だって
Oh
嫌だよ。
no. Don't do this. Oh, I fucking hate this guy. I don't want to do this either.
私も嫌ですよ。
Take me home already.
Oh,
we wanna go home and eat candy.
やめてよ。
Stop it.
そんなだと
Everyone acts like this.
私まで。
I'm gonna...
みんな落ち着けて。
Everyone calm down.
僕らは仲間じゃないか。
Yeah, this guy is hope farming. This guy is hope farming. He's sowing panic and dissent. Nagito is absolutely bad news. He was strange from the word go, and I don't believe for a second he's anything good. We are all friends, aren't we? There's no way one friend would murder another.
だったら戸上はどうして死んだん
Then
だ。
why did Byakuya
そ
die?
んなことどうだっていいよ。もう諦めようよ。
Let's just give up already.
どうせ犯人に繋がる手
There
が
are
かりなん
no
て
clues that
一
lead
つ
to
も
the
ないん
killer
だし。
anyway. Not a single one. Yes, there are plenty. What the fuck? This
それは
dude.
違う。
Oh, that's wrong.
と思う
I
よ。
think.
何か言った？
Hmm? Did you say something? Oh, that's the first time I've seen that facial expression from him. That's the first time, Bleaties. Nagito is starting to show us a bit more of who he really is. Cause we already found a clue that might point to who the killer is.
A clue, you say?
You know who the killer is? I think she thinks. I don't know. I don't know. But we do have a clue about a suspicious person, I think. Oh, I see, then. Care to tell me? What's this clue you're talking about? Nagito is one absolute prick. He's such a dickhead. I really just want to see him written out. But probably he's not going to be written out. He's probably going to get all the way to the fucking end because he's in cahoots and he's involved in this. Like, there's no way. There's no way that someone this obnoxious... First of all, let's try thinking about how the killer was able to obtain a knife during the blackout. I mean, he didn't. He didn't, she didn't, they didn't. Who fucking cares? The killer didn't obtain a knife during the murder. The knife wasn't a murder weapon. Didn't we already cover that? They used glowing paint as a mark. No! Not that. I mean, before that. Before? Is she asking how the killer got close to that table? Even if they had to obtain the knife by relying on the glow from the paint, in order to do that, they needed to get close to the table while it was still dark. Indeed, that explains why there's a lamp there. That explains why there's a lamp. We're getting closer. We're getting closer, Bleaties. The diagram of where everyone was standing before the blackout, right? Here. Oh look, Nagito is standing right next to the source of the tripping. Just as I thought, this diagram is a clue. Who the killer is and how they were able to move to the table in the dark. That's clearly shown in this diagram. It is. First, we need to discuss how the killer was able to move to the table in the dark. The killer probably used something to help them move in the dark, which is obviously the goggles. Oh yeah, sorry, Byakuya. Byakuya used those. What am I talking about? Leave some time moving without the lamp. The lamp. The lamp was the source. The killer must have used the desk lamp to move to that table. The desk lamp. I hope you don't mean they turned on a light or something. There was a blackout. There's no way the killer could have used the desk lamp. Of course, there's no way they used the desk lamp's light. What they actually used was the power cord. Bam! Yeah! We're getting it! We're getting it! We're getting it! They didn't turn the desk lamp on, they used the power cord. Power cord? They could have felt their way to that table using the power cord. By doing that, the killer was able to move to the table. Then, use the glowing paint to find the knife. Bim bon! Bim bon! We're getting there. We're getting there. I love that Nagito's been so unbelievably suspicious this entire time. Like, so very. But there is still a chance that this murder wasn't him. Because we have to remember, Hiyoko, who is stood in front of him, shouts, "Ow, you stepped on my foot." Right? Meaning, it's likely that someone, either side, could have feasibly stepped on his foot? Guess we're gonna find out. There's only one person here who could have done that. Who? The only person here who could have possibly done it. I have to select someone. Who's the one person, guys? You don't think it's Nagito, do you? Do you? What do you think, pleaties? What do we reckon? What do we reckon? Because I just really want to see if it's this dude, because for now, it seems like the obvious choice. But it's precisely because he's the obvious choice that I don't think he's actually the killer. I still think it's Teru. The gardener! Imagine that. You think it was the gardener? Man, someone should find that gardener right now. Nagito, it was you, wasn't it? Me? I mean, you were right there, but I still don't actually believe it was Nagito. Judging from everyone's positions, the only person near the cord was you. Which means the only one who could have felt their way to the table was Nagito. That's just a coincidence. But still, you had a chance, right? A chance to hide the knife under the table. He did, this is true. His chance to hide it under the table is when he was cleaning. Had the whole building to himself. Had the whole building to himself. So, Nagito, weren't you cleaning the dining hall this morning? So you had ample chance to hide the knife. If you factor in the power cord and the time you spent cleaning, you're the only one who could have done it. Seriously, that's just all a coincidence. If it was one coincidence, it'd be fine, but when it's one after another, I wonder, something like that even possible? Did you give yourself cleaning duty on purpose so you could hide the knife under the table? Now that you mention it, Nagito did prepare the drawing to pick who cleaned the dining hall. Yeah, it is all very, very suspicious. You know, I wonder... Just like playing with an idea here a sec. What if Nagito isn't the world's ultimate lucky person? Because I think that's me. I think I am the world's luckiest. What if he's the world's unluckiest? What if he's my opposite? What if that's why he's sticking close to me, hoping that like maybe some of my good luck will rub off on him? You know, keep your friends close and all that. Because that kind of makes sense to me. That kind of makes sense to me. That would make a lot of these coincidences more palatable as well. This is a weird thing to do though. Okay, straight up, this is a very strange thing to do. To just be like, oh yeah, I had a feeling we need to vote on something, so I already had these straws prepared. Like, who the fuck does that? Unless you're like a scout leader and you're going on a camping trip. Ain't no one doing that. Does that sound fair? It sounds weird. You rigged the drawing, didn't you? That's how you got picked to clean the dining hall, isn't it? I don't know if you're the killer or not, but regardless, it proves that you're suspicious. If that's the case, that strange speech you made, was that a part of your plan too? You got us to lower our guard and tried to hide the fact you did it, didn't you, motherfucker? Well, just admit it already. Nagito, tell me you object to this. Frankly, I don't want to believe it either. We investigated together. You were so kind. I can't believe you were the one who killed Byakuya. Nagito, say something. Oh, he's cracking. He's cracking. He's cracking. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, look. Oh, look. He was as suspicious as he seemed. I can't fucking believe it, Bleaties. I can't fucking believe it. Did anybody else see this coming? Did anybody see this coming? No? Are you all in shock? Did you all spit out your tea and your coffee? Yeah. This guy is... Yeah. You'd never spit out coffee, Zerf. I try not to, but it has happened. It has happened. The Ultimates are working together to combat the despair of their friend's death. What did I tell you? What did I say this whole time? Like, all along I've been saying, he has been pushing this narrative, like, hope, 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 hope. And, like, just really harping on about it. And now he's like, yeah, it's so wonderful, it's so beautiful, like, trying to... I drink both. I drink both tea and coffee, Depopon. I drink many things. I like beverage. Beverage. But yeah, he had such an agenda, so obviously. In his particular terminology usage, he gave himself away with lots of things he was saying and the way he was saying his eternally neutral expression. Oh, you know the Bonbon, you say it was a joke. But honestly, there is no joke in British people drinking lots of tea, because we fucking guzzle that shit. We guzzle that shit. If there's a blackout and there's no electric, there's no power, and you can't have a cup of tea, that's panic stations. For real, for real. Bare panic stations. Every house has at least 2 kettles in case one breaks down. Some have 3 or 4 in case those ones break down too. You know? There's probably a camp stove somewhere just in case we end up having to boil water on a stove in case of complete nuclear meltdown. There must always be tea. There must always be tea. Just like how there must always be hope for Nagito. Look at this dude. Look how fucking unhinged he is. But we knew this. We knew this was gonna happen. He's been so chill and so sedentary this whole time. There is no way. There was no way that someone... Do you know what? You know what vibes he gave me, right? You know what vibes he gave me? You know, literally every anime ever where you have that one character who just is always smiling with their eyes shut and they seem otherwise entirely just like bereft of emotion. They're just quietly smiling. And then when they snap, the world gets blown up, right? He gave me that energy. You know? That he's that dude. He's that trope. At that moment, Nagito's eyes, the darkness in his eyes shone brightly as if layers upon layers of darkness were folding into each other. As if hope and despair had been crudely mixed together. Let's cut to the chase. You're correct. It was my doing all along. Which is not suspicious, and it's not a surprise. I'm the one who hid the knife under the table before the party started. There he is. I'm the one who used the power cord to find my way to the table in the dark. And of course, I'm the one who caused the blackout. After all, there's no way I'd knowingly whip out the knife in front of everyone, right? But you didn't stab anyone with that knife. No, this is not right. This is not right. Is he unhinged? Yes. Did he commit this murder? I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. The murder weapon is wrong. The sheets, the blankets and stuff, it's wrong. No, this isn't right. This isn't right. I think he's just been tipped over the edge. Mior, does he seem a little nuts right now? But I never expected Byakuya to have night vision goggles. Because of that, we had ourselves a little scuffle under the table, and well, you all saw how that played out. Right? Yeah, no, I thought that at one point as well. Zerafi. I thought that too. No, it's just a line. He doesn't have 6 fingers. I'm glad it's not just me. But with a twist ending like this, I think we can all agree it's ended up being a very interesting mystery. Byakuya performed admirably. Just stop it already. Seriously, what the hell happened to you? Don't tell me. Is this your true nature? Were you lying to us this entire time? He lied. Outrageous! There's no way someone like me could ever lie to you guys. I understand better than anyone else that I'm ultimately worthless. I'm too arrogant to have dreams or cling to hope. Too disdainful to actually try at anything. Oh, thank you for coming, Deponpon. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope you enjoy the rest of it when you get the chance. Good luck again with that job interview. Wishing you the best of luck. We know you've got this. You've got this. I've made peace with the fact that I'm a lowly, stupid, insignificant human who can't do anything right. Holy crap, he's totally the type of guy who spent his childhood killing neighborhood pets. Damn, she's so right about that. She's so right about that. He seems like the sort of person whose eyes light up while watching Friday the 13th. Just like me. Just like her? What? Okay, so she's into horror movies, I guess. At least he managed to get his shirt on the right way. Already debunked, yeah. Yep. That's quite the hobby you have there, but like, now's not the time to bring it up. This guy, is he the real Nagito?
No,
Nagito, if you were really behind all of this, did you also send that threatening letter? Yeah, sure did. Nobody else on this island whose handwriting is that painful to look at, right? I'm not convinced. But why would you send a threatening letter in the first place? I think somewhere deep in my heart, I was probably hoping to find someone who would stop my evil deeds. If that really was my reason, at least some of you would feel sorry for me. Are you making fun of us? Nagito was likely able to manipulate his actions. I mean, yeah, of course. How about the old-looking building? Yeah, the one that's being renovated. Like, yeah, that's not handwriting. That wasn't handwriting. Yeah, if it's cleaning, leave it to me. Don't get me wrong, he makes himself mega suspicious. But the weapon is still wrong. The weapon is still wrong. In doing so, Nagito would be able to manipulate everyone. Right? That reminds me. Nagito is the one who suggested I guard the office. He did. This is true. There's an awful lot of being pushed around and guided and
conveniently ushered, I guess. If you stayed in there for a long time, it would be bad for your health. I mean, that sure is something I did notice early on, and I mentioned that. But I'm still not convinced. I'm still not convinced. Oh, thank you! I didn't make the model. I didn't make the model. The model is a purchase model. Not gonna lie about that. I have forgotten the modeler's name. I feel so bad. If you go to Sheepie on Twitter, however, it says in my little bio who my mama / papa is, because they did the modeling and the rigging. I think it's like Makinimi. I am so sorry to them for butchering their name without being able to see it. But yeah, please do give them credit where due. I don't believe in stealing people's work. I don't believe in stealing people's work. They made this, not me. I'm just behind it. It's fine, you do. Well, I'm not gonna criticize. Oh, I get it. Peko was guarding the storage room. Nagito wouldn't have been able to use the irons. Exactly. See, this is all very convenient, and I'm not saying that he didn't do these things. But the murder weapon is still incorrect. The murder weapon is still wrong, and I'm not sure about this. It seems a bit too much like he's a plant, you know? To me, he feels like a plant. He's always felt like a plant. Like, he's there to stir things up. He's there to raise more questions than he answers. Yep, that's true too. But you're looking about the wrong... But you're wrong about one thing. I didn't need to rig the drawing for cleaning duty. If that's true, then how did you conveniently get picked for cleaning duty? I see. Well, there's no way he'd expect us to remember, but he is the ultimate lucky student. Okay? He's the ultimate lucky student. I'm guaranteeing that's it. Worthless talent for a worthless human. Nagito's talent. His talent is the ultimate lucky student. You're the ultimate lucky student. Then, did you... That's right. I just trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty. You just relied on your luck? Oh, it's not just luck. It's true my talent sucks, but I'm still the ultimate lucky student. You know? That's fair. He must have known that he would win the draw. Because he is very lucky. At that time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky, but it was exactly what I wanted. I was lucky. That's why I got picked for cleaning just like I wanted. That's right, he didn't need to rig it. He already knew that he was a step ahead. Enough. I don't care about that anymore. More importantly, why did you kill Byakuya? Answer me. Byakuya was a very capable leader. For someone like him to get killed. Oh, the despair it brings. What was I saying? What have I been saying this whole time? I love that I have actually been right about this. This makes me feel very vindicated. Very vindicated for the amount of gear grinding that has been going on, you know, the amount of ideas I've been bouncing off walls and hoping something sticks. This feels vindicating. All of the hope farming has absolutely been for this despair. It's the only thing you symbols of hope should use as death as a stepping stone to shine even brighter. That was my only motivation. You're not making any sense. Bah, I'm a wolf in sheep's clothing. No, I'm not. I'm way too small for that. I'd be the world's, like, pygmy wolf if that were the case. And last time I checked, there isn't a breed of wolf that's the size of like a dash hound or something like that. It's fine. Let's start the damn vote already. I'm ready to fucking kill this psycho. No, because that's what he wants! That's what he wants! Don't do it! Don't do it! This would be a terrible idea. This is wrong. This is 100% a plant. This is a plant, this is a plant, this is a plant. Please, Monokuma! Hmm? The fuck? Should I put this? But is Nikito really the killer? What are you saying? He's already confessed, hasn't he? Something's a little strange. If it's only a little strange, then keep your mouth shut. Your ugly face is stressing me out. It makes me want to puke. For now, might I suggest we listen to what she has to say? Yes, yes, listen to what she has to say. Because as much as Nagito is deliberately putting everything on himself, and he may well be responsible for some of this, he absolutely isn't the murderer. He is not responsible for putting an end to Byakuya's life directly. He's an accessory. He's an accessory to murder. For sure. But we know who the killer is. Simply listening is acceptable. However, I won't allow it to end with mere play. Now then, let us lift the curtain for a bloody spectacle. God, I love this Chuny motherfucker. He's so ridiculous, isn't he? From this point on, lights of white noise will appear. White noise I vaguely remember from the previous one. Your truth bullets will disappear if they touch these lines, so think of them as obstacles. Right, I'm gonna have to remember to use space. Space will slow down text, but it will cost me concentration. If the difficulty is set to gentle, the white noise won't appear. So it is not set to gentle, but at some point I may have to knock the difficulty down from normal to wah wah puss babby baby's first video game difficulty, if it becomes a bit overwhelming. The guy with the needle hair that just spoke for Jules. Yeah, he Jules Yu-Gi-Oh! Motorcycles. I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. And yeah, I see it. I see it. He's here to do some justice. So it means this explanation didn't mean anything at all, had no meaning whatsoever. Amazing. Thank you for that. Don't worry, I'm not going to fall into despair. Oh, I'm so pleased to hear. I don't know who you are, by the way, narrating. Even though it's meaningless, allow me to say one more thing. In this debate, you won't be able to shoot down white noise. Yes, I do remember that. If you press the start button during these arguments, you can review the controls. So that's a localization fuck up right there. There is no start button. Because I am playing on Steam using my mouse and keyboard, it will be the escape button. That is a process that occurs during the localization process where they handle porting from one system to another, one platform to another. And this has just been missed. It's a very minor thing, but yeah, that's an oops. That's an oops. Whoopsie whoopsie. So if I press escape, I can review the controls. So good luck, have fun, don't die. We'll try not to die. Okay. So the white noise tends to get in the way of things. So Buki's account, Chiaki's account, Nikan's autopsy. Right, the autopsy is going to be very important. So, she thinks it's strange. The killer is obviously Nagito, except it's not so obviously Nagito. He's already confessed. Okay, but confessing is not proof. A confession is not proof. He did it. Not necessarily. He hid the knife. No. Bam. There wasn't a knife. There wasn't a knife! Woo! Oh my god, you clipped that? Thank you very much. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to look at that after the stream. We love a good clipping here. You got me, fam. We love that. So, that knife might not be the murder weapon. That's what you wanted to say, right? That's absolutely right. We know it's not. What the hell are you talking about? It's obvious the knife was the murder weapon. No, it isn't though. But based on the entry wounds on Byakuya's body, the actual weapon should be roughly 5 millimeters in diameter. That's half a centimeter for people like me who are in need of centimeter measurements. 5 millimeters in diameter? That's like way skinnier than a knife. Oi, that'd be true if you screwed up. I'll sell your fucking ass to a whorehouse. Whorehouse? Hey, why are you threatening her? Is this what you're trying to say, Mikan? As long as we can't prove the knife is the murder weapon, we can't assume I'm the killer. What are you saying? No one else can be the killer. It has to be you. Oh, don't blame me. Mikan's the one who said it. I'm sorry. I mean, she said it because she's right. She's the ultimate nurse. You shouldn't be second-guessing a bitch who knows her way around the human anatomy. This girl knows. This girl knows. Okay? Anatomical queen. Let her cook. Hey, Nagito. Are you still hiding something? Hiding? Like, during the blackout, something happened between you and Byakuya that we don't know about? Who knows? Who knows, you smug piece of shit. Literally, what? Dark Flame Master is always right. I mean, I can't argue with that logic, Zerafi. I can't argue with that logic. Who knows indeed? Well, Gundam should know, because this is a man who had his earring knocked out. After all this, what else do you intend to hide? Geez, the moment your back's against the wall, you go silent! You piss me off. What happened during the blackout? Oh, if you press your eyes like this, it gives you double vision. Don't get distracted. Our lives are at stake, you know. Oh? Whose life is at stake? She was hearing steak, like, began drooling immediately. I love a good meme. I love a good shitpost too. Shitposting and memeing, bring it. Seriously, how long is it gonna take for you to understand the damn ruls? Nobody can see in the dark, no matter how hard you think about it. The truth is beyond your sight. Don't you think that's a pretty clever metaphor? Despite the fact it came from me. No, that's not it. Not it? What's not it? The truth is beyond our sight, except no it isn't. It's definitely not. The truth is in here somewhere. And we can find out what happened in the dark. If I had to guess, it's gonna be Ibuki's account. Because she was able to hear all the noise. We can not see, but we can hear. We can hear. Yes. Oh, my 2 brain cells are doing overtime today, bleeties. I mean, technically I should have finished this stream like 20 minutes ago, but hey ho, I'm invested now. Even if we couldn't see what happened in the dark, I'm sure someone could have heard it. Isn't that right, Ibuki? For reals? Don't act so surprised. You were the one who told me how everyone was shouting during the blackout. Yes, this is a reminder of everything we heard, so my hero's telling everyone to calm down. Someone stepped on Hyoko's feet. Byakuya has seen or figured that something is going down, and then is like, what's going on, what's this? Nagito says, ow, which implies that he was stabbed. I think Nagito was stabbed in the foot. Honestly. Because there was that pokey shit, the skewer was coming up through the gaps in the floor, right? And Nagito was stood right next to the table. I think he was hurt, and if he lets us see his foot, we can prove that he was wounded. We're gonna find out. This is me like spitballing ideas, obviously. Akane wants the lights back on because she can't eat if she can't see the food. And Teru's like, there was a blackout in the kitchen, and he wasn't sure if it was everywhere, but I think that's bullshit. But perhaps the breaker overloaded. Sonia, the only one with a sensible head, so she knows. Soda goes to sort it out. The lights come back on. Such perceptive hearing. Impressive. I'd expect no less from the ultimate musician. It's a good thing your ears are awesome, because your face, style, figure, and personality totally suck. Hyoko, you're absolute... you suck. You cut me deep with your knife of truth. However, after hearing what Byakuya and Nagito said in the dark... The hell, what's going on here? This is... Yes, because Byakuya could see. He could see in the dark. He must have noticed. Ow! It almost sounds like Byakuya fought against Nagito or something. Well, that's actually what happened. I don't believe that for a second. I don't believe that for a second. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. As a sign of respect for Ibuki's talent, I have a small confession to make. I was actually shoved out from under the table. He shoved you out? Just as the blackout occurred, I hurried to duck under the table and grab the knife. Byakuya, wearing his night vision goggles, caught me and shoved me right out from under the table. That's right. I'm so incompetent that I couldn't even grab the knife. No, I don't believe that. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Liar, liar, pants on fire. So, Byakuya stopped him when he was trying to get the knife. And he got shoved out from under the table before he could even grab it? But that's obviously not true, because the knife had already been removed from its holding place. The tape was hanging off, the knife was on the floor. So, bullshit! Bullshit! Well, it sounds plausible, but just from listening to what they said both at the same time... What's going on here? This is... Ow. I could interpret it like that. But no, now that I think about it, that sounds like exactly what happened. But it's not! I'm sure it's not! Absolutely! Although I do recommend, Zerafi, I recommend for your own personal health and hygiene, perhaps it's time for a quick shower and a change. You know? I sincerely do not wish you any ill health. But this guy has an attitude problem. He's trying. He wants to be wrong. Wait, what's that? Hey, for the first time ever, I've just noticed something. How to describe the location? At the bottom of his t-shirt, like, there's like something white and round. Now, I could be completely wrong, but that shit looks like an upside down skull. Which is a very strange thing to have on you. Everyone is wearing some kind of logo or emblem. And until now, I thought his might have been the red pattern across the shoulder of his shirt. But, now I'm thinking maybe it was that, and it was intentionally concealed to try and help keep him from suspicion? Oh, the plot thickens, the plot thickens. So, he claims to have been pushed out from under the table. I'm still not convinced. Even if that's what happened, he's not the murderer. I lost sight of the glowing paint and didn't even know where the power cord was. Before I realized it, the lights were back on and his body was lying under the table. Hold on! Are you saying you're not the killer? From the very beginning, the idea to throw a party, hiding the knife, setting the blackout, all according to Keikaku. Keikaku means plan. But unfortunately, my plan failed. And all thanks to Byakuya's night vision goggles. I don't think so. This guy just feels like he's here to shit stir. He wants suspicion to land on him. He wants suspicion on him for some reason. He gets something out of this. He has a hidden agenda. He has a hidden mission, this dude. What happened after that, I don't even know. You failed? Then you're not the one who killed Byakuya? Right back to square one!
How can that be? We've spent all this time talking back and forth.
No, we've still learned a lot. We've still learned a lot. That hasn't really changed much. That hasn't really changed much. Meaninglessness. What other word is brimming with so much despair? But you can't give up. You need to have hope. Do your best to move forward. This guy, man. He reminds me so much of Junko. He reminds me so much of Junko from the first game. Has the same kind of wild out there hair, the same lunatic eyes. It feels like those two are related. It feels like they're related somehow. For those in chat who are not familiar with what I'm talking about, man. You probably This is a proper like ethical this is a proper ethical situation for me, right? Because do I tell you about Junko and potentially spoil the first game? Like, how much is it gonna ruin it? But like most people who are watching this game already know at least the basic story. Do you know what? I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it to that. So anyway, rising to the challenge again and again is why we're symbols of hope. Something about this is very specific. The way he says rising to the challenge again and again. Like we're being recycled. Now, when I first started playing this game, a couple of weeks back, I think this is stream 7 now, maybe, for Danganronpa, 6 or 7. When I first started out, I got on my tin hat theory, right? And my tin hat theory was, we're in the Matrix. This isn't a real world. There are too many things that don't add up. This is all a simulation. Okay? And that's the only possible explanation for so many strange circumstances here. And also, one of the characters from the previous games is in this game. But why? How? He looks a bit different, but he's basically the same dude. He is also the first one to get wiped out, so it was Byakuya. I don't think that's a particularly big spoiler at this point, since we're doing Byakuya's case. I thought it was weird for there to be characters that look the same. Now I'm wondering, the way that I'm sure Nagito is in on this, and the way that he specifically says we're symbols of hope because we rise to the challenge again and again means that we keep doing this, or people keep being put through this system? This game? You know, I don't know if it's being broadcast on TV or whatever, but it would explain why everybody needs to have amnesia as well. It's kind of a jokey trope for this franchise that everybody starts with amnesia in every game. They even joke about it in the game. It's such an in-joke. Even the devs write it into the story that it's hilarious how everyone always has amnesia. And all of a sudden, I'm thinking now, this ties in, this whole again and again remark ties in really well to my whole, but it's the Matrix shit. Yeah. We're symbols of hope because we keep doing this over and over. And possibly Byakuya had done this multiple times and had survived, and which is why he knew. Only this time, he didn't make it. If I could show you the wheels turning, I would show you the wheels turning. Amnesia was a very popular game back then. I should also point out, the game Amnesia is a game I cannot play because guess what? I'm a massive fucking baby and I cannot stand being scared. So when I played Doki Doki Literature Club not too long ago on stream, the amount of times that I literally shat my pants with stupid dumb jump scares is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I'm a big baby. I'm a big baby. Jump scares are the things that I absolutely hate the most. Oh, you play them all the time? Oh, man. You're too in the game. You're too in the game. So now, Nagito is really seeming like he's not the killer. Yeah, I just find jump scares really obnoxious. Jump scares are really obnoxious, Bleaties. Jump scares don't make for good horror. It just upsets me. It just upsets me. I will happily, like, give psychological horror a chance. There are some good psychological horror movies, but stuff that's just like basic gore porn and jump scares is kind of boring to me and annoying, and it upsets me. It makes me jump, but I don't, like, really tend to laugh about it much afterwards. I'm more just pissed off. It gets old real fast. So I'm still sure, I still believe that Teru Teru is responsible for this. Honestly. I really do believe. So, Hajime has realized he can't say that there is clear doubt, but there is. I just thought I knew him, but this whole time I didn't know anything about him. No, you didn't, and I pointed that out numerous times. I didn't know his true character. Yes, because you guys aren't friends! You're not friends! None of you are friends! You have known each other for 24 hours! Oh. Coffee, I'm very jealous. It's as simple as that. But now's not the time to dwell. We need to find the killer by any means possible, because if we don't, we will all die. Dun dun dun! Trial suspended. Trial suspended! I think now is a very good time for us to pause as well, to be honest. So we'll get through this Monokuma Theater moment, because these are always awesome. And then I'm gonna call it. Gonna leave us on a nice cliffhanger.
Now then, the class trial has reached its climax, but okay, here's a question for you. What's this? Those of you who figured out who it is, how about you try and guess the killer challenge? Whoever fails to get the killer right will have their save data melt away like butter. But if you guess right, I'll reward you with $10 billion! 10 billion? Of course, for those who don't know who the killer is, you can just carry on. Now then, what are you gonna do?
I'm sorry, again, what? Oh, wait a second. I have a feeling. I have a feeling. I can guess the killer. Or is this an opportunity for me to... Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna have to stop here. Also, let me check my pet. Yeah! He's still alive! He's still alive! I'm so glad. I was so worried. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna save it here because there is a chance. There is a chance that possibly that Guess the Killer challenge is for people who have already played through the game already. And already they've seen all of the stuff that happens in between and it's a way for them to skip through. It could also not be, but I don't know. And it doesn't seem like anybody in chat knows either. So for the sake of safety, I'm gonna save this until our next opportunity. Or I'm gonna ask someone in Discord for spoiler-free, is the pre-trial prep cutscene something that can be skipped or not? Is it gonna mess with things? Because I don't want to miss out on stuff. I don't want you to miss out on stuff. So I'm gonna leave it right here and make sure that I don't screw everything up. Because, you know, that would really suck. That would suck for everybody. So with that said, it is now very late in the day. I am running behind. Oh, I'm running way behind. Anyway, that's not important. I was having a good time. I hope you were all having a good time. Having a good time for people who've ever played Xenoblade Chronicles and recognize that as being one of the stupid lines that comes out of a certain dude's mouth all the time. So time to say my bit. I have been EP Sheepie, Amarentia, Patronilla Sheepie, EP Sheepie on every social media platform, except Blue Sky because I'm not a pussy. No, I just can't be bothered. I'm not doing Blue Sky right now. Every social media platform, please do feel free to join me. It has been absolutely wonderful having you here. I am back again on Wednesday, but I'm actually not going to be doing this. Wednesday is my creepy EP day. I'm going to be doing some Rusty Lake series. And that's going to be my last stream for a week, as I am finally going on a much needed sheep dip vacation. I haven't been on vacation for over a year and I desperately need a break. So I will be back with this cliffhanger on the 17th of November. We will carry on then. It's gonna be awesome. I very much look forward to seeing your faces, your wonderful faces. Thank you again for being a part of the Good Egg Covenant. You are all the best of eggs. We love good eggs here. I hope to see you again, and until then, have an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. I love you so much for spending time with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Big up, big respect. Take care, and I will see you soon. Bye.